Did it work?
Yes,
It's worked.
it did indeed.
Hello everyone. I'm just going to change that so we're not looking at our own faces. Hi, welcome to the official big launch day of 2 Point Museum. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited. Right, so for those that may be unaware, we should probably do our intros. Hi, I'm Lauren. I am an old friend of 2 Point. Let's do it that way. Who are you?
I'm Blarla.
That's
and
true.
I do a lot of stuff with 2 Point as well, don't I?
Many a thing.
Yeah.
She has done so many things, doesn't even bear thinking about. So today,
Do we have?
we're very
Very,
quiet. All
very
right, it's all
quiet.
right. Chisel's here to fix. Chisel's here, everyone.
Are we both?
He'll
very
sort it
quiet?
out. Don't worry.
Probably both are, yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's just me talking as per. So yeah, sound is really low. Okay, hang on, we'll do that again. Just bear with. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
How about now?
How about
Get a
now?
little test.
Are we nice
Let us
and
know,
loud
guys.
now?
Is that better?
Can you hear it?
Are you happy? I can check here
There
as
we are.
well, can't I?
Hey, Diddle.
Better. Can't hear you. Can hear. Can hear.
Can hear.
Maybe a little more. Better.
Maybe a little
It's
bit
good.
more.
That's the one. It's good now. More? A little? More? Better. Can't hear you. What?
This is great.
I'm so confused. Very
It
quiet
just takes a little
still.
bit of
Much
time
better.
to catch up.
Yeah, maybe YouTube's a bit behind. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Okay.
There's just a bit of a
yeah,
delay.
you're right. Twitch is happy. Better. There we go.
happy.
We got the thumbs up from
Got the
Mark.
thumbs up.
Thank you, Chisel. You're a babe. What a babe.
What did I do with that other thing that I had?
It's a fine question. What did he do with that other thing that he had?
Seriously, what did I do?
What other thing?
What
this
other
thing?
Ben's microphone?
Oh, can't be far.
It can't be.
Is it this one here?
There it is.
Yes!
Welcome to 2 Point, everyone. This is what we do.
It's a very smooth operation.
Little bit of
around here.
chaos. Little, just a sprinkling, a smattering of chaos. Okay, right, so we should probably introduce ourselves again, just in case no one heard that.
Just in case, yeah.
Why don't you go first?
I'm Blarla. I am a content creator, but I also do a lot of different things, don't I, with 2 Point. Have done
Many
for
a thing.
years.
Many a thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a better way to intro me. So hi, I'm Lauren, everyone. Hi, nice to see you all, kind of. I was 2 Point's community manager for the launch of Hospital. So
Yeah.
Blarla was one of our incredibly trusted creators then.
All
and
the
you
way back.
still are.
Yeah. And here we are, still doing it.
Still doing it, still doing it. So what we're going to do today, and hi everyone, thank you so much for your lovely messages and for joining us. And I understand we're on the front page of Twitch as well, which is pretty exciting stuff. So what we're going to do today, some of you may have seen B-Stream's last Thursday for the Explorer Edition launch, but she was hosting, playing, talking, doing a whole load of stuff. So that's why I'm here, to step in, do all the talking for you, right?
Yes,
So
it was
you
a
can
lot.
crack on and play. You can play the game. We can have all of our events happening through Twitch.
We're gone for a really quick Twitch integration so we can have everyone in chat causing an awful lot of chaos in one of my museums that is already built, which they can't see yet, but you'll be able to see it
You will,
shortly.
you will.
And I'm just going to firefight whatever you throw at me. And
While that's happening,
else.
I will be interviewing the developers. So we have asked on Instagram and Discord for questions for the devs. So if you've got anything, do send them in. We may miss them in the chat, so it may be worth putting them elsewhere. I'll be keeping an eye, and we've got a load that came in over the last 20-ish hours or so as well. So we've got lots of questions that I will be asking our esteemed guests, who will be around here somewhere at some point, while B deals with this. So I suppose before we get into Guestville, which is coming,
Yes.
do you want to show us around your museum?
Yeah. If you
Bam!
pop it over. Yeah, so here it is. We are on Memento Mile.
Hi.
Hello,
Let's do it
Susan.
at home soon. So we
Oh,
can
well,
chat
yeah,
straight
if we
in.
want to get him straight in. Come on, Luke, get straight in. All right, we're
Let's
going to
just
have,
get Luke.
yeah. And then,
And then.
because Luke has to go, we were running late. I'd got written in my book, we've only got until 5:15. It's already 12 minutes past. Quick, sit down, Luke, get in here.
Sorry, Luke. Welcome.
Hello.
I almost don't want to dig into too much. I just want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because first of
yeah.
all, congratulations. This is
Yeah,
such a
this
huge
is
deal,
great.
dude.
It's exciting, yeah.
Such a huge
Super
deal.
exciting.
The reviews have been absolutely incredible. The user reviews have been absolutely incredible. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you. We all absolutely
I
adore
think
this
we've
game.
all just been blown away by the reviews. It's been an amazing reception so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, really
It's
exciting
been
to
absolutely astounding.
see what happens. Yeah.
I love it. And it's so exciting that everyone's going to get to play. Okay, so what we were going to do, B, do you want to hit your game just rolling so that it's there? And we'll have a proper look at it once Luke's left. Once we've gotten rid of him, we'll look at this. It's fine.
Kick
Come on.
me out. Yeah.
But first of all, Luke, what's your favourite either thing that you created or something that someone else created? Your favourite thing in the game?
My favourite exhibit is
anything.
Okay.
Hit me.
Anything. Okay. Definitely favourite exhibit is the frozen bees. I don't know if you've got them. But
I should think she does. If I know bees, she'll have the bees.
Yeah.
She'll do that. Yeah.
Or not the bees. There you go.
Or not to bees. Yes.
Yeah, they're great. I think you can already see that's a bad idea if it melts.
Yeah. Terrible idea.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. Oh,
She's going straight for it. The chaos.
there you go. It's like
I
on
didn't know it
cue.
happened that fast. Oh, that's brilliant.
That is, yeah. That's. Have you made a little outdoor bee
Area for bees.
hive?
Oh my god, I love
wow.
bees.
Yeah, they really do.
Guests are invited to stare at the puddle, where the frozen
She
exhibit
built a
used
garden
to
for not playing a game correctly, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. That is so great. So do they chase people?
Oh,
are
yeah.
Are they going to hurt
Yeah.
people?
Look, they all run away. Yeah, and if you put them in the middle of like near your gift shop or whatever, it's pandemonium. It's great though. I love them.
This is the kind of
There you go,
thing-
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A bee bomb.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Why have I not thought to do this?
Yeah, that's
And this
great.
is pretty much what this stream's going to be, guys. We're just going to see how much chaos we can cause. Amazing. So I've got a load more questions, and now I have to find them because I wasn't expecting you to be here so soon. Even though I knew you were going to be here. Tell us some other things.
Yeah. Well, what are
Other
your favourite
things.
ones?
Well, God, don't. There are so many things that I love, but the problem is I'm not playing correctly currently. I'm just
Bargain
playing
shop
because we've
has
had to
low prices.
get a few bits of footage
the
and
gift
learn a
that
few
keeps on
things so that we're then
gifting.
able to talk about it on the socials for the studio. My favourite theme is botany, easily.
Announcement.
Absolutely love it.
Frozen
That's
I
class.
love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love it.
Diluting the experience.
Second to space, which I haven't actually got to
Very
yet, but
nice.
I've got this prep
Yeah.
for when I finally do, which may well be today.
Yeah.
But my favourite, this is rogue. My favourite sound,
Okay.
I've got one.
Yeah.
It's the sound of the exhibits being put down on things.
The plonk.
It sounds, but it sounds like a teacup.
Yeah.
It's the most
yeah,
enjoyable
yeah.
noise. Like, it's a reason to be picking things up.
Well, that sound is different depending on what you place as well.
I heard that
Every
today.
material, yeah. There's like bones and
Warning,
metal
frozen
and
exhibits are
very
detouring
satisfying.
And we will have
unintentionally.
both Tom and Phil on
That's all.
stream later.
Mm.
Okay, so what museums inspired you when creating 2 Point Museum?
Wow, that's a deep question.
Yeah,
I think when we were looking, what excited us about the game most is that there are so many different types of museums in the world. You know, like a haunted house is a museum,
Frozen
aquariums
exhibit
kind of
is
fall under that
defrosted.
banner.
Yeah.
And so I think
Contents will be safe
we
to
were
look
looking at
for the
so many
next
different
48
types
hours.
of museums and going, wow, these all work and these all fit. And I think there wasn't one museum for me where it's particularly inspiring. It's the fact that there's so many
It's the
different
variation
types. Yeah.
within.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. That's
Oh,
very
hello.
Cool. Hello. Oh, not a hello.
Oh,
Don't say hello
not
to
hello.
them. They're not really here. Oh, is the sound still not? It's all right, we've got an audio guy in here now. We're going to be all right.
Uh-oh.
Phil, you can just get on screen if you want. I don't mind. It really doesn't matter. This is a free-for-all. And I'm also aware that we are a minute over our Luke time, so I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
has
think we
Benny-
need to turn down the game volume, right?
Yeah, not
see,
really
I
looking at
see.
chat. Sorry, guys. Leave it to. You know what? Before this stream started, I said, "Oh, isn't it lovely to have someone else sort the stream out for you?" Right, that mistake again.
It's that bottom one, right?
No, you want
Guests are thrilled with the price of the cafe. Should we be happy about that?
Seamless.
This is real time. Do you want us to pause this screen?
Caring for plants is never easy, but we do make it look
We're working on it,
difficult.
guys.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Just watch the game until then.
Yeah.
I'm worried if we carry on talking that no one's going to hear us, and Luke is loaning us his time. Bear with me.
Announcement. A frozen exhibit has melted, diluting the experience.
Development that was so good. They either made it to fun game as a feature or inspired.
For anyone interested, frozen exhibits are currently melting. That's frozen exhibits, not so frozen.
But I can't remember if it magics it to another part of it.
Interesting. Well, we'll have Chris.
But it's like a burn sheet, yeah.
Accidental anti-sync cheat.
Yeah. I like that. I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah,
All right,
well,
we'll
yeah,
do
exactly.
one more.
Guests are invited to stare at the puddle, where the frozen exhibit used to be.
Well, you're seeing other people's imaginations in real time, kind of. It's amazing.
Like we've always.
Sometimes there's nothing like finding your most inconsistent flashlight and taking a drive to the woods. Last time I found a wooden door in a clearing that took me to this twisted carnival in another dimension. It was a haunting monstrosity that rejected nature and all it stood for. I really enjoyed myself. I'll be going back next week for another awesome, unsettling time. All right.
What a treat. Say bye to Luke, everyone. He's gone now. He has other things to do. He's got to go. He's busy. He's a busy man. Okay, right. Where are we then, B? Tell us about your museum. It's amazing.
Guests found explaining things will be made honorary staff. That's a warning. Sometimes there's no smoke without fire. This is one of those times. Frozen exhibit has defrosted. The contents will be safe to cook for the next 48 hours. Please be mindful of puddles as frozen exhibits defrost. It's a shame and it's slippery. Attention, botany exhibits need water to maintain their ongoing existence. Thank you.
Oh my god, we didn't even look at it for like 2 seconds. Okay, right, and this is the thing with botany. Assuming you guys can hear us in any way, shape or form, front page of Twitch. It's okay, we're going to be fine. Chat, can you hear us okay now? Everyone happy, everything okay? Will we ever know? Will we ever even know? Just want to make sure that this is okay.
Frozen exhibit has defrosted. The contents will be safe to cook. Attention, don't water dead plants. They're dead.
Still quiet, still too low. This is weird, isn't it? Sound seemed to go gradually, not instantly, chat is saying. What? It will happen. Game volume's still up and mic's down. It's weird. They're saying that the sound disappeared gradually. Shall we pause and come back to you guys whilst we try and work out what's happening here? Yeah, we'll be right back. We will quite literally be right back. Can you hear us now? Will we ever know? We are right back. We will be back. There we go. Okay, right. Wow. People say music is still too loud.
I mean,
Is it showing the other
the music isn't playing right now, so there might be an old.
Yeah, this is just
Still
mics.
too
This is
low?
just
Still
mics.
too low.
What, the mics?
Mm.
Okay, that's fine because we can turn the mics up. Give us a little chat.
How about now? Can you hear us better now? Not really. Okay.
Can you hear
Give
me?
it a bit of time. Give it a bit of time. Still very quiet. Give it some more time. Look at all our serious faces. Brilliant. Very low. I don't understand.
Which one's your mic, Lauren?
Green, I think.
Green?
Whispers. That is so bizarre.
They're in order. Green, so Lauren's 3.
Talk now, Lauren.
I'm talking. I never stop. I did stop.
You
I
did a
stopped. I
little bit.
totally stopped. Yeah, I
That's one of
zoned
those
out.
horrible moments.
I'm talking.
Like, I'm talking. Now I have to.
Definitely
space.
here.
Yeah,
Was I
this looks all
peeking?
look fine. Is there an actual...
Well, I can hear me out there.
Yeah, I think that will be okay. Just now turn the game volume down and then we should be all right.
When we go to the other stream, the other time mode, we'll be
Go on.
It's all working fine
Game
earlier.
cam.
All right, let's do it.
Game cam.
Bit louder. Is it better? Are we happy? Oh, I think Abby's talking to us as 2 through the chat. Mic's up on the physical, knobs on the receiver and OBS, friends. And OBS, she says.
That should be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's both. Okay, so that's both.
Don't worry, Abby. That's basically what we've been doing.
Wee bit louder.
I think I can hear you.
I can hear me out there, but I think that's
Don't worry
Ben.
about that, yeah.
That could be anything.
That's an old,
Could be an old
the
video.
old thing.
It's probably an old video. Okay, everyone
That
seems
should be
happier
good.
now.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, thanks everyone. We'll see you again though. Yeah? You will come back.
Fiddle with more volume.
You better.
Good luck.
It's coming back to fiddle, that Tom.
Keep an eye on the chat.
All right, mate. That's dangerous. Do that. See what happens. Okay, good. We didn't offer Luke any gubs. Anyway, we'll get to those. There's other things going on right now. Okay, we're back. Everything seems to be working okay. Where were we? We were dealing with the fires in your museum. Do go on.
There are a lot of events occurring in my museum. So this museum I built earlier. And so we've got a nice museum to destroy. And I'm just going to try my best to combat what's thrown at me. But at the moment, we've killed a plant.
Brilliant. So we're going to have to replace that as
So I've set
First of all.
an expedition.
good.
I sent one. Off it goes. I sent the golden chopper.
Of course. Well, that's something else worth. You have all three, don't you?
Yes, there is another one on a different level that you can't get on any other level, but otherwise the ones that you can.
You're deep into this
So there's
game.
like 4 choppers overall, but you can have 3. But I've sent the golden one.
Oh my gosh, I think they're coming back for us.
They're coming
No,
back.
okay, they're not. Ignore them, ignore them. And now I've got something in my eye because chaos is ruling. It's everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Right, have you had any events as yet?
A lot, yeah.
And what's the preference? Have you noticed?
I
More of one than the other?
I haven't seen too many pop-ups along the bottom. Oh, here we go. Look, a busload of children arrived, and that's certainly not the first busload of children that we've had, but we have had things blow up and...
I mean, if you've been around a busload of children, you know that that is not a positive event. It's very little, I mean, they are very positive, but the effect they have on everything around them, not so much.
No?
Not so much.
Not so much.
They should be absolutely rampaging.
So
Rampaging.
I've gone out to get another one of these plants. They broke all the heaters and the misters, so I'm doubling up. It's a fail-safe because this plant also was quite sick.
She's a beauty.
We're making a bit of profit. I was setting up marketing, but then all hell broke loose.
Now, did I see what I thought I saw? Do you have your own little needs mustium over there? You
Yeah,
kind of do.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
little staff area. We were talking about this earlier, weren't we? I do sort of have one going. Yeah.
See, it happens, especially when you start to lay out your exhibits and you want to keep that flow, but you need another room for staff, for research, for,
Another
for
building.
training, whatever.
Yeah.
You've got to start another building. I'm calling it my needs mustium.
Yes.
And it only contains things that aren't actually museum, apparently everything's... I've just thumbs up Phil thinking, they won't see that. And I did it right in the camera. Thanks, Phil. Oh my gosh. Everything's fine. Good. Okay, volume suddenly fixed, everyone's saying, which is Fascinating stuff.
That's a good thing.
Why would that have happened? Okay. Well, good. Oh, you did it just like that.
I got one.
You're a bit good, aren't you?
Look at it.
Who
There
did
it
you
is.
have to bribe to just find one of those first time lucky?
I know, right? There was another option that could have happened. We got lucky first time. Let's
I'll
not
say.
expect that to keep happening.
Right, I believe that's one last fix from Cheers, and everything should be fine.
Wow, what a way to start stream, eh?
Right? Front page of Twitch, everyone. No big deal. Not a big deal. Everything's fine. Tested it all beforehand. Everything was great. Everything was great. Okay, good. Right, well, the Chizzy Goblin, indeed. He's at it again, chizzing about. Okay, I suppose...
Everyone's sick with irritable trowel.
Who did it? Eating pie.
Eating pie.
It's a classic. Who doesn't like eating pie? Okay, shall we invite our next guest in?
Yes, and let's this time not forget to give them. We've got some beautiful cheesy gubbins
We've
for
got our
our
own
guests. Luke was in the middle of such chaos that didn't happen for him, but we can make sure that happens for
We didn't
everybody
have
who
much
comes.
time.
Who come from?
Oh yeah, we'll make them eat gubs on screen.
We'll make
Screen.
meet the gubbins.
That is what we will do, and everything will be fine. Okay.
Do we know who is next? Because we've got lots of people. Have we
are
not?
expecting Benny. I'm hoping.
Benny.
But my plan was to message the Chizzy Goblin at his desk and tell him to bring Ben in. But I can see Chiz.
Outside the window.
So I'm going to keep saying, we're going to invite Ben on stream in a bit.
And he might actually hear
And
it
maybe
out there.
he'll hear us. Yeah, that's kind of how it's going. But if he's not here, then we'll take...
We could wave at somebody
really.
that's...
And I need to get my...
Another busload of children is
there
arriving.
You go. Nothing positive about that. Oh, look at this. I can see a Benny Huskins.
What do you want?
I want a Benny.
We want a Benny.
Hit me with a Benny.
Mic yourself up. I'll sort the audio.
Mic yourself up, mister.
Mic yourself up, Benny.
Good.
Come and join us.
Good.
Come
I'm just
and
checking for
join
more
us.
questions
We should
from
probably sell that.
Instagram. So you can submit questions either in our Discord or on Instagram itself. And I will try and remember to make sure that I'm checking regularly. No, don't. Oh, no, sell it. Yeah, sell it.
My frozen fridge.
Yeah, but they're paying double.
I don't...
Literally double.
No.
It's a frozen fridge, B.
There's an expert inside that frozen fridge.
Is there?
If you defrost it, a random expert for your museum will fall out of it.
We can't defrost it now.
Well, we could defrost
Have
it.
you got more than one?
Well, I mean, I could get another one. We could also defrost our...
Yeah, of course. We could.
We could
I mean,
defrost
of course we could.
this guy. We should probably do that later. We should probably do that. Oh, look who we have.
It's Benoit.
Yeah.
It's my boy Benny Buns.
Hello.
Oh, Benny Buns is here.
I'm
Benny
here
Buns.
Here to join the fun.
Nice.
Oh, do
Can I interest you in a gub?
I've
you like
got,
a gub?
I've
You
got
can
my
have-
fizzy pop in my...
In a flute.
In my...
In a sparkly flute. Classic Benny.
In a flute.
Beautiful.
In
And
a flute.
gubbin.
Come in.
Hello, everyone.
Get some
Welcome.
gubs and come on in. Welcome.
What are we looking at here?
Welcome.
What are you doing? What's this game?
This is... What is this nonsense?
I hear this is the new game, hot off the press.
Hot off
Just
the press.
released.
And may I, although I've said it 1,000 times in text, in person, and any other way I can, may I just take a moment to say congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Isn't it all going a bit
It's super
swimmingly?
exciting. I love release day. It's always just the most exciting thing, seeing people out there playing the game,
Oh yeah.
seeing reviews coming in.
The reviews though.
Yeah.
Our accolades trailer should have gone live by now. So if you guys haven't seen the official reviews, please go and check out the accolades trailer on our socials because it's amazing. Such good stuff. But Bee's just pointed out some really, I mean, it's never-ending stuff that I want to talk about here.
Go on.
But the level of customization,
Oh yeah.
I have a marketing room, of course I do, it's what I do. But I hadn't thought that I may be able to change the contents of the boxes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can.
I
yeah,
hadn't
you
even
just-
thought.
There's like so many customization options in this game. We've really leaned into that in museum. You know, down to like the color picker on items, but also all of the variants you can pick. You'll see when you go through the items list. There's a little swatch icon.
The colour
and you
picker is
can-
tip
yeah.
top.
Yeah,
It's
And,
brilliant.
obviously, yeah, the walls and floors, you can customise them down to individual triangles of flooring and stuff like that. So
It's mad.
it's, yeah. The thing that we're really excited with this game is to see how unique people make their museums.
That's what Luke kind of touched on a little
Yeah.
bit when he was in with us. So just how quickly you see an entirely different museum every
Yeah.
time. Everyone that plays within 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes, they're starting to create and design their own things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many different ways that you can lay things out. I mean, down to the choices that you make along the way have quite a big effect on how your museum plays out, because you decide where you want to explore in the expedition maps, and of course that's going to determine what you're going to find to put in your museum, the exhibits you're going to find, and then you're choosing where do you put them, and then where do you put down the partition walls, how do you want to craft that guest experience and channel the guests
Did
through
we just
your
fire
museum.
someone?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. Why? What did they do?
Already?
I didn't need to hire them, it turns out.
Oh, look how upset you've made them.
Yeah, but they're only employed for like 2 seconds.
Oh, it's their dream job and you've wrecked their lives.
Couldn't you
Well done, B.
use them for something else, like retrained them?
Yeah, Blarla.
Possibly, but money's a bit tight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I don't have time, okay? Get in the sea, employee. You're out. I
Don't
love
have
it.
time for it.
So Ben, what would you say if you were to have a favourite? A favourite. I'm not even going to finish
feature?
it. Like a favourite, no, anything.
Favourite person?
So I've told you, yeah, if you've got a favourite person in game, but not
yeah.
one of the characters, just a guest.
Wait, what?
No, right,
Exhibit?
no.
No?
It can be an exhibit. My example was the sounds that exhibits make when they're put down, like a teacup being put down in a saucer.
Oh, I see.
That's my favourite thing. What is your any?
Just
any
favourite
of the
thing.
Favourite thing in
whole
game. Yeah.
Wow, that
We've done
is-
exhibits. We've talked about things like that. You can if you want, but I bet there's
Yeah.
something else.
Well, the thing is, I feel like it's going to be very predictable if I say I have a bit of
There
a
isn't a
reputation
weathered bottom in
with
game.
it. No. But if only there was. I mean, in hospital we had an illness called rock bottom.
There was rock bottom, yeah.
Where
true.
petrified backsides. No one
Just
wants
like
that.
yours.
No one wants that. Well, I am getting on a bit now.
Have you missed me?
Yes, yes.
It's all right, we're going to cut to Bogcam in a minute.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, when will we get kicked out?
Yeah, when will we get fired?
So I have a bit of a reputation within the studio for getting very, very passionate and enthusiastic about perks. So perks in the game, you acquire them when you analyse exhibits. You can also find them when you go off on certain expeditions. Certain places around the county will find you perks, and then you can install those perks into the exhibits, but also into other upgradable items like your camera room workstation. There you go. So that, because that's a pristine exhibit, it's got 3 perk
Oh,
slots.
so it depends on the
quality.
right.
Yeah. So if you find something that's just average, it won't have any perk slots.
Yeah.
But if you then great, epic, pristine, you'll get 1, 2, 3 perk slots. But also there are other items in the museum that you can upgrade. So, for example, the camera room, the camera booth in that, if you upgrade that will get more perk slots, and then you can make the view cones of the cameras bigger and wider and that sort of thing.
The detail.
And it's the same with training the person who works in the camera room. That will also affect how far the cameras can see, because obviously the person watching all the monitors in the camera room, they're more skilled at spotting people. And you can see all of that if you turn on. Oh, hello, who's that?
Yeah, we got some. It's been
very
kicking
good.
off. It has been kicking off.
Free donations.
Nice, free
I
money.
noticed you're building up quite a lot of spendium there.
Yes,
the
there is a
Twitch
lot here,
integration
isn't there?
features.
Look, we can bolt down and stop stuff from getting stolen.
Well, you just splashed the spendium there, 1,000.
Yeah.
But it's handy, you can stop that thing from being stolen.
I'm
you
thinking
can-
about sticking it on
I just
this
Yes.
bad boy.
every time I watch B play, I learn something else that I hadn't realised yet, and I've been playing since like October, I think. So it's easily the biggest as far as detail,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think it's your magnum opus.
Oh wow.
It is your moment.
Well,
This is it.
I do think that there's a lot that we've learned from the previous 2 games and games that we've all worked on in the past. But there's a lot that we talked about during the development of 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus. Things that made it into the game, and then we got lots of great feedback from the community. Just seeing how people actually play those games.
Yeah.
Really, with each game, we've been able to take that stuff forward to to the future games, and so I think, you know, in a lot of ways, Museum is that culmination of everything we've
All your
learned from
learnings,
the
yeah.
previous games. So there's a lot of things where we've been able to just, you know, take something that we thought, oh, how can we do that even better in this game? Even down to things like the structure of the game, the way you jump between the museums in this game. You don't. In the previous games, you 3-star
and move on
a level, and then
fire and forget. What's next?
You could keep playing. You could kind of keep sandboxing in that place, but you didn't really have many reasons to keep going, other than maybe completing career goals and things like that. Whereas in this game, we kind of thought, because the whole game is based around collecting these amazing exhibits and then spending that time customizing your museum and deciding where everything should go and where, you know, crafting that guest experience, then we kind of thought, you don't want to feel like, oh, this is going to be done in a couple of hours.
and that it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. You just kind of leave it.
Yeah, and we realised quite early on that, you know, people actually start to get more attached to their museums because the effort to find those things in the first place, those, you know, things like the Big Chomper, that's a real effort to.
And
to
it's
find
really big.
It really
FYI,
is.
it's bigger than you think it's going to be. I had to clear out an entire wing of my museum for that.
Yeah.
Before we go any
Worth it.
further, eat your gub.
Eat my gub.
Eat your gub.
Does all the people watching
Yes.
want to hear the sound of me eating cheesy gubbins?
Yes, that's why we brought them.
Oh, are we doing like cheesy gubbins ASMR?
Oh, you
or
and your
something like that?
blinking ASMR, oh my
Hey,
God.
Come on.
No, we're just eating some gubbins, man. Just eating the freaking gubs.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the gubbins now.
Get your gubs done, would you? Yeah. Was that a good crunch on that gub?
Sounds good. I feel like we could up the regularity of these
Oh, yeah?
events. Yeah.
Oh, no, I have to
really?
remember
Think
where
it's
it is,
not-
though.
I think people need to throw more at me.
She
The
wants
cool
more.
thing-
I want more.
Okay. She's mad.
The
But
cool
sure.
thing with the Twitch features is all of those interactions, every time someone triggers one of those random events, it gives you a bit of spendium. So if you reduce the cooldowns, are you going for 5 minutes?
Going for 5.
Oh. When we
Ready?
did our test stream, we set it to 1 minute, and
That was too much.
that was pure chaos.
Yeah. That was
Um,
too much.
But it was a lot of fun watching lead designer Luke struggle to keep on top of all of the chaos.
Wonderful, Luke. I'm so proud of him.
But,
I only met the guy a couple of months
yeah.
ago. No, I'm just so proud of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, I mean,
Wow.
honestly, he's
Amazing.
done an incredible
Yeah.
job with this.
What
I think,
a thing to be involved in, frankly.
yeah.
Incredible.
Like I say, I think probably everyone on the team has been able to take things from the previous games that we've worked on, you know, in 2 Point and in other places, and apply them to this game. So
Yeah.
there are things that, you know, we look back at Hospital and Campus and think, oh, we could have maybe done that slightly better, and even down to the way you train your staff. It's kind of a hybrid of how we did it in Hospital and Campus, but we think it just perfectly fits.
I wonder if
this
we're going to
game.
have a similar thing to something we have spoken about recently, may have been at the Guildford Games Festival, about going back to previous games. And I wonder if those that get on board or, you know, have been with you the whole time, play Museum and then think, oh, you know what, I'm going to go back and play Hospital. And if
Yeah.
they'll find that there is a bit more of a learning curve, because Museum is, it feels like it pulls you in quicker,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, with all the games, we put a lot of effort into easing you into the game. So they all start off with, you know, simple set of features and then gradually unlock things and layer on things, so that after a few hours, suddenly you're
It just happens.
tinkering with
Yeah.
management systems that you never thought you'd
Even
mess
on
around
console controller, by the way, whoever's
Yeah.
dealing with that for you guys at the moment, I keep meaning to congratulate them on that too, because it's
Yeah, well,
it's been seamless. It's been brilliant.
this is it. We were determined that basically to have parity between the mouse keyboard experience and the gamepad experience. Like, make sure that they both feel good to play.
And it's amazing how quickly I play with an Xbox controller, but how quickly you find that you just jump to it.
Yeah.
That before felt like you were playing Hand Twister, and then it's just there it is.
Yeah. I love your outdoor area there. That's amazing.
Show him your bees.
I was going
This
to
is
say you've
my,
got a lot of bees going on. Oh, is this where you keep the bees?
Yeah, she keeps her bees out.
The
Look.
prehistoric
Yeah.
bees have escaped.
I got
And she loves
two,
it.
but it can cause a bit too
Double
much
bees.
chaos.
Well, whilst we're looking at this absolute insanity
Love it.
museum,
Ah.
Benny, a question from your community. Were
Oh, yeah.
there any museums you visited
Oh yeah.
that helped inspire you in any way, shape or form?
I,
As you can imagine, I've been looking forward to asking you this one.
Right. Yeah. You're thinking about specific ones, aren't you?
Maybe.
But, I mean, so I think like we're all big fans of
Yeah, who
museums.
doesn't like a museum?
Yeah. And during the development of this game, we spoke to lots of people from various museums, really.
Mm-hmm.
And we even got a behind-the-scenes tour at one or two places, and that was really cool because we got that chance to see just how many different roles there actually are in running a real museum. Obviously, there was no way we were going to be able to fully represent that in the game, but we've distilled it down into the bits that we thought would make the most fun experience. Which is why we ended up with experts, and then you've got like prehistory experts and space experts and science experts and stuff like that.
Yeah, it tracks. That makes sense.
But I think we've obviously been to museums that have cool dinosaur
Yes.
skeletons and dinosaur bones and things like that, and fossils. We knew we wanted to have that sort of stuff in the game because we want to keep it still grounded in some ways,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
have
well,
those elements that are
that's
grounded in
2 point,
reality.
right? Yeah.
We start the game with that sort of stuff because it makes you feel like, yeah, okay, this is the sort of
I feel
thing you
comfortable here. Yeah,
expect
this
to
is
see.
okay. This is okay. Exactly.
It belongs in a museum. You expect to see it in a museum. So we wanted to start with that stuff, but then we start to branch out into things that are a little bit more peculiar, like keeping the spirits of historical figures from around 2 Point County
Wonderful.
in a poltergeist room, so that the guests can come and watch ghosts, doing whatever they get up to, just chilling out with other historical figures from different time periods. Like, what does the ghost of a Yeti have to say to the ghost of
I love that.
Atlas Spiffin-Moore,
And-
the
oh.
wizard?
I love. And this is it, like yesterday, because everything's been real crazy up to lunch, of course, lots of work, lots of things. Yesterday I was able to take a little bit of time after work to just sit down and play museum. But what I found myself doing was getting to eye level with my guests and just
Oh, yeah.
scooching through everything,
Yeah.
and having a real look. But then you get the real joy in the interactions across the board, right? It's not everything interacts with everything else, and it's also delightful.
Yeah.
The detail, Ben, it's blowing my mind. I love
Oh,
it.
I mean, the amount of animations in this game is mad. I mean, our animation team have really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
There's so many, there's hundreds of exhibits, right? There's over 200 exhibits in the game, and it will take forever to find all of those, to complete that set, and then to fill out your whole sticker book
And
get
to do it
everything
all
in
with pristine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a lot of them do have unique animations, and we were really keen to make these things as interactive as possible, because you don't want it to just be people look at them and take photos of them. That's obviously something they can do, but we've got kids climbing on fossils, and the frozen caveman melting and then bursting out of the ice and
I've
escaping.
not seen this yet.
Oh, have you not
If
seen
it's
it?
going to happen, no, I have. This is it. There's just so much. I do like whichever one it is that licks the helix fossil, though. I can't
Yeah.
remember what kind of, if it's all guests or if there's a kind of guest, but yeah, it's
I like the
Very
starfish fossil. Oh no, the frozen.
uh-oh. Yeah, it is. Let's go.
Yeah, what's in the fridge?
I know I want a gub.
I'm alright. I'm now at that point where I'm like, I kind of need to lick my fingers, but I feel like that's just not appropriate for a Twitch stream.
Thought you wanted an ASMR stream.
I don't
You were
think
into.
anyone wants to see me
I'm being
licking
so
cheesy
cautious with
gubbins
this.
off my fingers.
It's moving.
Oh my. Did we or didn't we? Because it's not guaranteed.
No, I think
No.
that was an empty
Sometimes.
one.
Oh, only sometimes.
Sometimes
I
the
think that was
fridge-
an empty one.
But top tip: go and do that in your game, and sometimes something interesting.
I'm
will
going
be
to
in the
send
fridge.
another chopper out.
She's mentioned it. Right, I'm going to find you some questions.
I mean, you were talking about museums that we've been to. I mean, I did go to a museum of curiosities.
Is that, if that's what you want to call it?
With you two.
Yeah, it was with us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
We were
within the
both
last 3 months.
Yeah.
And it certainly was
Interesting.
curious.
I really wish we. I really wish we'd done that earlier in
Yeah.
museum cycle. I really do. Imagine the weirdness that, I mean,
Right.
no one needs a jar of moles from a wizard in the West Country in real life, but in a video game, maybe I do.
Or like a giant box of teeth.
A giant box of teeth.
You know, that's the sort of thing we could. In some ways, it's good that we didn't go there earlier.
I don't know, man.
development.
I kind of be all right with it.
Do you
know?
remember it was mad because there were 2 Hoovers
There were 2.
right next to each other.
There were
Yeah.
2
2
Henrys.
vacuum
Wasn't
cleaners.
just any Hoover. Ellie.
2 Henrys.
It was 2 Henrys, and you know,
Other vacuum
I don't
cleaners
know.
are available.
No, they're not.
Um,
I don't know if I told you about it at the time, B, but I got one of those real "that's why we're friends" when I walked past and made that gag, and then Ben showed up, and we walked past and he went, "2
Exact same
Henrys,
gag.
amazing." I was like, and that's why.
You've got
That's
a
why.
frog cursed expert, I think.
Do I?
Frog cursed.
Zoom in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Frog
A frog born.
Oh no, a vomiting frog.
Oh no!
Oh.
Who did this?
Oh, they've got irritable
Who did
trowel.
this? Who made this happen?
See, this is the danger.
Frog spawn.
What have you been doing with your stuff?
Oh my
You've got,
God.
you've been
Oh,
like
he's-
sending
what?
them into the netherworld, and they're cursed.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
they are.
frog.
They're cursed.
Yeah.
I was going to say this hasn't happened in
They
my
are
game
cursed.
yet.
Frogs won, yeah.
Can he still do his job though?
Poor old Marmaduke Dickens.
I haven't got.
Marmaduke Dickens is a good name for a
I
cat.
could send him to be cured, but I kind of like him this way.
I
Oh,
like
well,
him this
the-
way.
At
I
least
love him
the-
however he looks.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's great.
At least the irritable trowel has worn off.
He does seem to be. So he wouldn't be throwing up as standard. That's not a frog thing.
That's
that
an
was
irritable
irritable
trowel.
trowel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is, he's obviously got quite a history. I mean, you could probably, if you look at the log on
Yeah,
an
tell me
expert,
about it.
you'll be able to see.
How did he?
Saw something disgusting.
Yeah,
that
didn't
was
we all?
himself puking up, probably.
Wow.
I think
Um,
probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
he should go to counselling. It's not his fault he was sick.
Yeah. Well,
He's ready for some
next
training
best
though.
option is send them to curses in the
Will
netherworld.
he eat flies?
I could do
I
that.
think, you know,
I've employed him for 18 years.
Wow.
yeah.
And look what you
Maybe
did to him.
keep the frog action.
Oh, I quite like it.
It's kind of become part of.
Should we defrost him?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Oh, he's
pristine
pristine
one.
though. Is your other one pristine? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course
wow.
it is. Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, it's not. It's not. It's not.
What
Right,
have
rid of that.
You've got quite a high curator class, don't you? Because you're.
Isn't it 11?
Wow.
Have we not discussed? Yeah.
No, not
That's 8.
not this one. Yeah.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh, she's good. Right. let me find
That's
these
pretty
questions.
good. So you can get this museum up to 7 stars if you keep going because your curator class is that high.
Yeah. Although I've got this visit, and
And
I
what-
don't think now's a good time to be running. Getting
Yeah,
the
okay.
mayor in.
Right, I was going to say you don't want the mayor seeing your frog.
I don't think
stuff.
it's.
Yeah,
I don't think
frog
it's going
stuff.
to go
Hide
well.
him, lock him
this
in a
has
room.
also been
Lock him
stolen.
in a room.
Oh,
So
no.
what contributes to your curator class?
So basically, those are objectives that carry across
Okay.
all of your museums.
Right.
So really, that's your kind of metagame progression is these curator class
see.
objectives. So for example, you can see there it's received 5 stars across all of your museums. So you could achieve that anywhere really. I mean, at this point, you've got multiple museums that
She's
you're
got everything.
managing. You've got access to a bunch
I
of
don't
different
have everything. That's what's nuts.
expeditions.
I don't though. I
Mm.
don't. There's
Does
still
she?
so much that I haven't discovered. No.
Well, you were saying, I think you're still exploring the maps a lot. I mean, that takes quite a while
Yeah.
just to explore the maps, and you know, there's little alternate routes that you can find through the maps, and then you'll suddenly start discovering a whole new set of exhibits.
So much.
Yeah. I think really we've tried to add as much detail as possible, and yeah, that curator class is just basically a measure of how awesome a curator are you across all of your museums, because you're in charge of all of them.
Yeah.
So whilst you're leveling up the star rating of individual museums, by doing that to all of your museums, you sort of prove yourself
I
in
see.
2 Point County as the ultimate curator.
Gotcha.
Um,
Cooper Whisker. I like that.
wow.
Let's throw some questions at you then, B.
And me?
Well,
Which
This
bee?
bee.
Okay.
Oh,
Never called you bee before.
No, I was going to say
What's
that's
wrong
a
with
new
it though?
one.
Hang on, is Baxter here?
that's it. Because he's also
Come on,
big.
Bax.
Right.
Right. What would you say was the hardest feature to implement that was different to your previous titles?
Did you already ask Luke this question?
No.
Or maybe you didn't have time.
Didn't have time.
I think I have to go with the expedition system
Yeah.
because that's obviously completely new to this game, and we knew really early on that that was really important to the game. We wanted to have that feeling of going on a treasure hunt and that feeling of adventure and exploring those expedition maps.
Of opening
Yeah.
crate.
Yeah, that thing of that theme of discovery runs throughout the whole game, and like you say, that moment when you get a crate back and you just like, what is in this crate? What have they found in the Bone Belt or in the Netherworld or wherever they've just been? And it's super exciting, just that cracking open of the crate.
I try not to even look and see what I could get unless I'm looking for something in particular to replace something or for a better version of something. The tab that tells you what you can expect to find in each area, I don't want to know.
Oh yeah.
I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be
Okay.
an absolute surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, so the expedition system, we realised quite early on that was going to require quite a lot of iteration throughout development to get it right, because we knew the very first version of it was just a little progress bar that filled up. So you'd click a little button and the progress bar would fill up,
Cute. Just
and
imagine
then this thing would just appear in your inventory. So we knew that wasn't going to be the final version, but we just started with something super simple, and already we kind of realised, oh, this is quite interesting because you can't just buy everything. You know, in the previous games, really, you're limited by money,
Yeah.
and then you can buy more treatment rooms, more classrooms, that sort of thing. Whereas in this game, it really does require that effort to find the things that are the lifeblood of your museum. Oh, what happens?
I had secret
dear.
socks.
Secret socks, sock o'clock.
Great.
Nobody likes damp socks.
Not
No.
at all.
Are you
Literally
wearing
no
your
one.
2-point museum socks today?
I
Or-
forgot.
That's all right.
I was wearing
If
my
you get
2-point
Joe
museum
in
jumper.
later on,
I hope to get Joe
make
in later
sure.
on.
I'm pretty sure Joe's wearing her.
Can I show you
2-point
this
socks.
and hope that you don't freak out?
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at that.
What's the worst that?
Right? What is the worst that could happen? It's lovely stuff. All right,
Look,
let's get you
the
another question.
caveman's broken free.
He did?
Oh,
yeah.
God. Do you
He's
have
free. Frosty.
Do you have donation stats? Oh, and you've got one over there. See the cavemen, they've been frozen for like 50,000 years or something, right?
I like that he
Like-
walks differently to all the other characters.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
They're just a bit miffed. Like, look, they're just slightly angry at like what has happened to the world in the last
Oh my
50,000
gosh.
years.
That's what they do. And then you lose your money too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like, I kind of like the idea that someone could be playing and maybe hadn't noticed
Yeah.
that one of their exhibits is defrosted, and then they're wondering where their money's gone. And
Yeah.
if they're not watching all of the time, right,
Yeah.
they may not see him. Oh,
Notice
I
how
love him.
the prehistoric caveman isn't bothered by the prehistoric bees.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Normal bees, mate.
in this guy's time, 50,000 years ago,
Average bees.
bees everywhere.
You've seen those bees.
Oh,
my God,
oh
this is
no,
amazing.
look. He still understands. No
Oh,
one
yeah,
wants
yeah.
to get pepper.
No
pepper
one wants to
sprayed.
be pepper sprayed. Amazing.
But yeah, there's lots of little Easter eggs like that with a lot of the exhibits, like little things that you can discover based on what happens to the exhibit, where you place it. There's all this interesting crossover between the different exhibit themes, so you can find things in prehistory that then interact with things from other themes later on. Don't want to spoil anything, but what I would say is
Hannibal
it's
Coffin.
good.
Sorry, it's a good name.
It's worth experimenting with different combinations of exhibits because there's lots of little secret things you'll find.
Interesting.
Oh no, our stink plant has died.
Yeah, and your
Yeah,
expert just left.
yeah, I can't get anyone to actually deal
Oh,
with it.
you
'Cause
can't
they're
even
running
hire
from the
people to do
fire.
the job.
Oh no.
For
Do you
goodness
have-
sakes, the plant is dying. It's just a fire.
Belinda Trout.
There
Our
we go.
heater is on fire.
There we go. It's sorted.
Absolute carnage.
How pleased are you that the game didn't leak? And were
The
there
game
any
didn't
times
leak?
when you
What,
were
before
yeah,
announcing
yeah,
it?
Yeah, yeah, because it was a complete surprise, right?
Mm.
All the fish have different needs. It's
Yeah.
really seared onto my memory forever. It's
They
glorious.
do.
They do.
The fish all do have different
They all
needs,
do have
Lauren.
different needs. I killed some the other day, and that's how I learnt that all the fish have different needs.
Yeah.
I checked it out.
And they, you know, they interact with the other fish in different ways based on the
They're
type of fish.
racists. They have
Well,
preference.
they do have. Well, you know, if you put a pescatarian fish in a tank, which is what we use for a fish that will eat other fish.
Gotcha. That's good.
Then you know you need to be careful with that. If you put a bull shark in with like a clownfish or something
I think
like
we're going to. I hope we're going to talk about lighting and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is glorious.
Yeah,
I've
a
got-
blooming buffoon is dead, and they're folding.
Oh, we just got raided by Xbox and we were too busy talking.
Amazing.
Thanks, Xbox.
Nice one.
Thanks very much. We were too busy talking
Very
about
clever.
frozen bees
Yeah.
and stuff, because that's what we do.
Oh, goodness. The Multimatic's on fire now.
Well, what isn't on fire, Benny?
Yeah.
What isn't on fire?
Loopy
Give it time.
Loza got some spendium from Loopy Loza.
That's quite seriously on fire.
Yeah. No, that's on fire.
It's quite
I don't
serious.
think that's
isn't
coming
it?
back.
That's
Quite
Go on,
serious.
save him.
come on.
I like that you drag them in. I don't. I let it happen organically. If they don't make it in time, it's not my problem.
Really?
And then I fire them.
You don't take responsibility
No.
for it.
I hired them.
Yeah.
Why would I take responsibility for it?
But the thing is, you can, you know, you've got some control over that because
Yeah.
if you're really worried about certain things setting on
Oh yeah,
fire,
if I'm worried about something, sure. But if it's just like, you know,
you can
a
set up
self-contained fire,
yeah,
that's fine.
You could set up a little staff zone and then assign one of your firefighting janitors to it around the things that you're scared are going to set on fire, and then you have a dedicated person who just patrols around that thing. Same with, you know, your big chomper. If you're really worried your big chomper might die, you can just have a dedicated.
Well, that's what I've
botany
done
expert.
with my bot expert.
Bot
she
expert.
is ring fenced.
Yeah.
She does not leave.
Oh,
In
wow.
fact, I try and actually give them everything they need in the environment so that they don't want to leave. So if they say, if you know, the staff description is that they like coffee, then I make sure that wherever they're zoned in has a coffee place so they don't ever feel sad, you know? And what's interesting about that, Ben, is I've been playing these games for some time now.
Yeah.
Some time. I've never cared about my staff. I've never cared. I've never
Yeah.
thought twice. As I've probably mentioned before, if someone comes in with a name that I like and then I fire them because I don't really care about them, I'll just rename someone
on to the
else so
next
that I
one.
feel like I still have that name
Yeah.
that I got randomly that was so joyous. But no,
This-
I've never cared, but I really care.
In this game.
I don't send
Yeah.
my favourite experts on expedition.
Yeah. Well, this is, it sort of goes back to what I was saying about the thing we do want in this game and the way we've designed it is so that you get attached to your museum, your collection of exhibits, but also your staff. And you know, by giving you all these extra things to do in your museum and all of that extra control and all of those creative tools, we basically want people to spend that time, like feel like they want to invest that time in their museum, and then you do get a bit more attached to it. And
Yeah.
by giving you reasons to keep coming back, you know, giving you more and more star objectives, then you feel like you want to care about it and you are willing to invest that time decorating it and fine-tuning you know, the nuances of the sim and tweaking prices and
Yeah.
getting to know your staff a bit more. And it's something that we've talked about probably since Hospital, is how can we get people to care about the characters in the game a bit more, or at least some of the characters in the game. You know, in Hospital, you've got patients coming through constantly. It's hard to care about an individual patient in Hospital, and we tried in Campus to make the students a bit more meaningful, but you end up with a lot of students. So again, it's hard to care about all of them. Maybe you care about your star students
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So we added the ability to favourite the students, so you could follow around an individual and you get little updates on their journey through their
Oh,
course.
like you're a parent.
But in this game, it felt like because we've got this depth to the museum and those reasons to come back, and that expedition feature, like that's where you get those real cool story moments, because you're sending these people off all around 2 Point County and beyond, and they're encountering all sorts of dangerous situations you know, you can prepare them for those expeditions. That's quite an important thing, is thinking about, you know, who's the team that I
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
send.
Who's the perfect team for this situation?
Diddle with
Yeah.
the XP, thank you.
Thank you,
Very
Diddle.
good. See,
Nice,
that's
yeah.
really handy when you've got as many stuff as B has here.
Yeah.
That XP, they all get XP.
Yeah, that's
there.
rad.
So that is super handy.
It's cool. And I wonder if that connection to experts in particular, staff in general, but experts in particular, is because of the exhibits. When you find something that you really, really love,
Yeah.
and it's a member of your staff that come in and save it from a ridiculous, you know, whether it's set on fire or someone's trying to, or whatever,
Yeah.
maybe that kind of helps
Yeah.
kind of pull it all in.
Yeah. Well, this is it. This.
Oh, Roderick's here.
That's Roderick Cushion, the famous movie star
There he
in
is.
Two Point County,
Looking at your
No
baby
doubt.
chompers.
researching for his next film.
He's
where
going to be a
he'll
chomper
get
in his next
eaten
game.
by
Next game.
in his next game. Yeah. Maybe
movie.
he is doing stuff with games.
Oh, look at this. We've got a new guest.
Oh.
There we go, because she's got to go soon.
Fantastic.
Right.
Okay. Are we swapping?
I think you might have to do a swap out, because these guys, you know, who knows? We've got to let them in. We've got to let them in.
Lovely to chat as
Lovely
always.
to- well, don't worry, you're coming back later.
Can I take a gubbin?
Oh, he's coming back later. Yes.
Take a gubbin. Cheers, everyone.
I might have to leave to get them, though. But I can do that. Chisel, will you sit down with B for a moment?
I can sit down with B.
And Jane,
Yes, hello.
I'm just going to go and find my car keys for Mark, which is totally normal. And I'll be right back.
You give that there.
We are almost out of money.
It's okay, this is launch day stream, this is how it goes.
Yeah, well, you know.
They like to see.
I'll go this way. I'll go this way so that there's at least someone on camera. I mean, have you muted me? Just muted.
I don't know. Hello,
Hi.
welcome.
Let's,
I sold a chopper. That solved the money problems
Do
for a
that.
bit.
did it? Oh, good. Good. Can you hear me? Right. Where is chat? Let's go
Yeah, we actually can't see chat.
to this one and find you, because I can't find you, chat. I can't see you. Here we go. Here we go. Boom! We've got chat. What's up? How we doing? I'm going to leave this here because I'm just on a bit of an audible. An audible whilst Lauren sorts keys out, because
Gilby can't get out of his car.
yeah, she may have blocked Gilby in. Hooray! Oh, well, look, and here we are.
stop him leaving.
Now she's starting to come back. So literally, all I did was just come sit down, pull up Twitch chat,
that
and
works all right,
you know,
doesn't it?
yeah. So I'm going to mute
Get
again,
Jane in here.
and we'll bring Jane in, and I will see you later.
That was brief.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, we're back.
Are you unmuted?
We are enjoying some launch day chaos. Delightful launch day chaos. Jane, can I interest you in a gub?
Oh God, it's got spices on it.
Spicy gubs.
I can't have spices.
None
I'm
at
allergic
all?
to spices. No, it's so awful because it means I can't have curry or anything.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
But that's just seasoning.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I can have salt and pepper.
Okay, well don't get too close to the gubs. I don't want to cause any
Oh,
more
I'm
problems.
not that.
Okay, good. As long as it's not going to kick anything off. Right, well,
So we've got
the
your car
voice.
sorted.
Yeah, the car's sorted.
Voice.
Got Jane, the voice of the Tannoy. Well, I called you the... What did I call you in a post recently? Like our announcement
something rude, I heard.
matriarch. Never, never. Matriarch isn't rude.
No.
Although I've not double checked it for a while.
Oh.
No, I think it's fine.
Is
I think
it
it's fine.
okay?
No,
It's
it's not
okay.
rude. Jane, thank you. Thanks
It's
for
lovely
joining
to
us.
be here. It's really
Twice that
lovely.
you've joined us on
I
stream
know,
in a
it's
week.
So exciting.
It's
1 minute, nothing.
and that's just and it all kicks off. Don't worry, we'll be gone again soon. Everything will calm down, I promise. We'll get out your hair.
Val's doing a
Um,
great job there.
Right? Have you seen her museum? It's amazing. Do you like the museum?
it's amazing. I loved the pepper spray a few minutes ago. That was really good. I love that.
Have you seen her intentionally live bees? I'm never going to get over this. She is a
Intentionally
chaos
live.
monger. Sorry, chat. I know you guys have seen this,
yeah.
but it's her bee
That is
garden.
brilliant.
She loves it.
I love it too. That's great.
Good old
I
bee.
love that.
So well, first of all, we should say there are some exciting new Tannoy lines coming that were penned and recorded today.
Yes, just
Literally today, on the fly,
Hot
which is
off the press.
amazing. Got a bit of a cough, everyone. Sorry about it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Got
But
some
oh yeah, I've got water. I've got
cheesy goodness.
drinks that we don't talk about. Cheesy, yeah, I've got everything. Messages, gubs, everything. It's all kicking off.
Other makes are available.
I have other makes of gubbins are available. we have a load of questions that have been sent in. You know what? I
Ooh,
might
how
take,
exciting. Go on.
might do some of these ones because I, for the first time,
Spicy
asked on
gubbins.
absolute spicy gubbins. I asked on Instagram, which we don't usually do. We usually just put post live, but I put it up on here, and that means that we should have loads of cool questions for you guys. If only I can find them. No, of course I can't.
The chat for now.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Because of course, all of these I didn't check before.
Hi, Tan.
Will not be things for will not be things for Jane. So I'll go back over here.
I can do
We
some
are
nice.
professional streamers.
Oh, someone else allergic to spices too.
No way.
Nice. I've never met anyone else that is. That is
There we
very
go.
cool.
I mean, if there's nothing else that streaming is good for, the connections,
Yes, the
the
connections.
wonderful connections.
Yeah.
Right, where are my questions? There are so many things going on that I keep jumping around. I'm going to jump back into the stream chat where I have loads of wonderful questions for you. But before we go, let's just start with the first one, I guess, which is, what is your favourite of all? Like, it doesn't need to be an exhibit. It doesn't need to. It can be anything. Your favourite thing in game.
Well, I have to say, I'm now loving. I do like that pep spray, and I am now loving those bees. That's amazing.
The bees are good.
I do like them. Yeah.
What was your favourite line to record? Dare I ask?
Oh gosh, my favourite line to record. Oh, it's always the ones that are most sarcastic and rude and mean.
Yeah, they're our
probably.
favourites too.
Yeah, I bought my little thing of things. I quite like the new ones that we've just done even today. The one, in fact, I think, Blarla, you, Laura, you had a part in.
I did.
Announcement. The critics have spoken. And apparently we're actually quite good at this. Who knew? That's nice. Yeah, I love that already.
I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
That was good. We just did that today, didn't we?
Yep, look out for it. I'm already making the asset that it's going to go on, probably out tomorrow. We'll see.
I like, well, see, I read these out the other day, so I can't read those.
It's like they were rude. I read them out, but we can't do that again because it just wasn't okay. It wasn't okay.
Staff are reminded to brace for questions of varying quality. I like the extra sarcastic ones, whichever are sarcastic, which I haven't got.
The
I
ones
haven't
that
got
are
many here.
really cutting.
Yes.
I love them.
It's mean, isn't
We
it?
knew.
Yeah,
you
they
knew.
knew.
They knew.
These guys
Oh,
knew.
brilliant.
Anyone
Let's see
you
if
want,
there's
Jane.
anyone. Well, the ones from today. Announcement: 2 Point Museum is now open. Guests should form an orderly queue and contain their excitement.
Never! I'm so happy.
there's never.
It's just too wonderful.
Coming in.
I
Yeah.
mean, what's it been like seeing? The reviews have been astounding.
Oh, it's
I mean,
been amazing.
not astounding because you shouldn't have gotten them, because absolutely deserved, but just, you don't see this very often, Jane. 9s out of 9s across the board. It doesn't happen very often, near enough across the board. So what's it been like being in the
so
studio?
thrilled. I mean, you know, you're quite nervous building up to it because you don't know how it's going to be received. And then to get those reviews, it's just so heartwarming and just so amazing. Yeah, we're all so happy about it all.
as you
You know,
should be.
it's brilliant. Yeah,
It's
you can't expect
incredible.
it, and you don't know, you know, until that happens. And even today, you know, is anyone else going to buy the game? It's good.
Yes,
But the
of
reviews have
course.
been really, we couldn't have asked for better. Yeah.
They've been fantastic. And more than that, and it's something that I've said a couple of times today, I've shouted in the faces of many people at the studio, but it's the player reviews. The player reviews are so wonderful. And if you have been playing
That's
and you
it.
haven't left us a review yet, please do. I'm using a lot of them on social, and there are some wonderfully weird things.
Yeah.
Wonderfully weird things have been said, so feel free to say some more
Because
weird things.
they're the reviews that you know mean so much. You know, that's an honest
Yeah.
review. You hope we all are, but it's just so lovely to get those reviews. in.
Absolutely. Well, to know
We're
that
just
someone
starting now.
has opted to go to the internet and say something kind,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing,
Always,
especially in such
always
a short
kind.
time.
Please.
Of course, how could they not? So, some questions that have come in. Obviously, a lot of them are for the dev team, and you sit in a slightly different space. You deal
I
with other
do.
things, but you are also a part of the game, therefore, part of the dev team. But I'm going to go with some of the other questions. What were you doing before 2 Point?
Oh well, the other thing that I do that I really love is ceramics. So that's my big thing. I'm a sculptor really. That's my other thing that I do,
Love it.
and that's what I do for pleasure when I'm not enjoying working here and doing voiceover stuff. So for me, you know, anything creative and artistic, but yeah, sculpting is my thing.
Your jam, yes, and you're very good at that too. Is there anything you're not good at? There's a question.
Oh God!
Is there anything you're not good
Everything.
at, Mrs. Webley?
No, I think there's a lot.
I doubt it very much. But you have been kind of involved in this crazy game dev world for some time in different ways.
Yeah.
What's it been like for the younger members of your team, the fresher members of your team, to you know, to see them going through this? It must be almost like a motherly feeling, I imagine.
Yeah, it's lovely. I don't think you ever tire of it though. It's not something that, you know, the younger sort of people in the business can sort of really enjoy and see it fresh. It's always fresh and enjoyable, even for me. And
I couldn't sleep last night.
Really,
Yeah, I was so excited. I was so excited.
Oh, I love that.
Because I love you guys.
I love your enthusiasm. It's always brilliant, Lauren.
Thank you. Very kind. It's always absolutely mindless enthusiasm.
It's not. It's amazing.
But it's, you know, seeing you guys, the evolution of gameplay has just been a joy to watch, frankly.
Yeah. And I love this. I love 2 Point Hospital. I loved Campus, but I feel there's something really extra special about
There's something else
that
to
museum.
this.
There's a lot to it, isn't there?
Yeah. But, you know, we were just talking with Benny about how attached you get to your staff members.
Yeah.
How I won't send certain staff members on certain expeditions because I fear for them.
You don't want to risk it.
It's not an experience I've had before with a 2 Point game. Usually, whatever, get rid of them, get another one in, don't worry about it. But I really, really care about them.
Yeah. Well,
it's a different experience.
We hope this is going to be a special game. There's a lot of love and a lot of time and energy gone into it.
And detail.
Yeah, absolutely.
The detail is actually incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I'm so happy. Okay, so any other questions for Jane? Any other questions? Although it will take a little while for the chat to catch up with us because that is the nature of the internet.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably get you to read some more lines.
Yeah, what shall I
do?
Read some lines in the meantime?
I'll keep it on.
Let me find some whilst you're looking for that. Not there. Well, this was one I read out the other day, but I love these 2 lines. Guests lingering by the exit should make the jump. Guests are invited to hope for the best and expect something else.
Especially in Blarla's museum. Loose bees. There's bees everywhere. A question has come in. Do you write your own lines or does someone write them for you? Because just as a quick side note, Jane and Tannoy are slowly merging.
So at the Guildford Games Festival, I did write a few of my own things, but no, Harry Puttock writes most of the lines really. So you know, he does a wonderful job at that. Yeah, really, really good.
It really is incredible that he has somehow. I mean, it's almost with the hospital. He essentially had to step into Mark and Gary's minds, and yet he did it seamlessly.
Yeah,
and keeps building on that knowledge.
No, we work on it, and he's good at delivering dry, sort of sarcastic lines.
Yeah, that's him.
Which is what I can manage to deliver. But so he does. Yes, I did get a bit carried away at the Games Festival where I was calling out people at the festival.
You did one for me.
A bit of power.
Yeah.
It just went all to my head.
Good.
It was bad.
That's what I wanted.
Bad.
Right, every year then, booking, done. Wonderful, wonderful. I've been meaning to talk about Harry. I've been on streams in the chat most of this week and over the weekend. The amount of times that people call out the writing in particular, and I started kind of going, and I thought, Sunday, and I'm going to end up sending him like 50 messages because so many people are referencing just how perfect it is. I'm trying to ignore Mark, but yes, all right then. Any more questions for Jane, and then we should probably let her go. Can we hear some lines?
Is the announcer in TPM the same as? Yes, it is.
It is.
the
All
same.
3.
Yeah.
All
That's
three.
right.
It is the same. It's Jane.
I did a different voice for 2 Point Hospital, and that's where I think the confusion
Yeah, ever so
is.
slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a quick side note, whoever's asking, can we have lines that are not in the game? You just did. Lines that are coming out for reviews are not in the game at all, so they are additionals.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
been summoned. Thank you,
Right,
Jane.
okay.
It was lovely.
Thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Legends.
Bye, Blarla.
Real life legend.
Bye, Jane.
Oh, all right. Either or. Yeah. We got more people coming in. It's all kicking off, guys.
Who do we have?
I think it's going to be Phil. I think it's Phil.
Oh,
But
Phil,
let's wait and
okay.
see. I need to cough, so I want to mute when I do that. Oh, I'll say.
It is warm in here. It's a very real thing.
It's more than a bit warm.
Yeah.
I'm aware of my knee pits. It's that kind of warm, you know? I know where the backs of my knees are right now. That's how warm it is. Let's see who we got.
Oh my gosh, it's very warm in here.
Right,
is.
isn't it warm in here?
It's
Do you want
very
to see
warm
my knee
in here.
pits?
So your knee pits.
I can feel them because it's so warm in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Look at this. Here I am banging on
lot.
about my knee pits.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I
people.
know, it's lovely. Right,
Cool.
we've got Phil.
Yes.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations on that. Never mind me. Don't worry about me.
No one else comes.
I'm just knee
You're in
pits
a
and
boiling,
babbles.
boiling room.
Yeah, it's fine.
Doing this.
Would you like a gob?
I would love a gub.
Of course you would.
Excellent.
Make sure you cheer it real loud. Good. What a time we're having. So Phil, now that you've got a face full of gubbins, would you like to tell
Talk,
us what you do? Who are you?
Which you might not.
Yeah, I know. What do you do apart from eat gubbins?
I'm going to save half a gubbin for
Good
him.
idea. That's what. Yeah, Ben just held a whole one for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Did you see? Yeah, it was
Am I-
just being
is it-
pure
is it
Benny.
rude
Yeah,
if
you
I
can
put
do
it
that.
Okay.
It's all right.
So yeah, well we're from Cedar Studios and we've done all the music and sound and recorded Jane's tannoy lines.
Yeah. Your dancing tree died.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were really fond
They
of that.
are killing all the bottom
She's in trouble. She's in trouble. Yeah, all the Jane lines.
Basically anything you hear in the game has gone through us. So yeah.
And before I start just throwing questions at you, you are more of the composition side of said musical geo.
Yeah. So I've done some of the sound effects on this as well, but a lot of that was Tom and Gabe and Sam did some of that as well. So there's 4 of us in total that have
wowzers.
worked on this. But yeah, I kind of dealt with a lot of the music with Tom, and then the radio lines and the some of the adverts. Mixing all the tannoy lines, all the Mark Silk
Amazing.
lines that come
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
just
Mark
so
Silk.
good. He's so funny.
Well, I kind of hope he'll be watching, but who knows? But if you
maybe
are,
not.
hello, Mark.
He's just so good.
He's so
just
good.
like, yeah, just all the lines that we get from him. He's just hilarious, and like he'll talk to us like in the edits and stuff like that, and just
In
ask how we
character?
are, and yeah,
Oh my
he can
God,
switch
that's
his voice like that.
great.
He's honestly just
Well,
so good.
he's like the voice of Johnny Bravo,
Yeah.
like huge amounts of stuff, right?
I literally
Big
hear
deal.
him in things now, like watching Cartoon Network. He just like I'm like I really recognise that voice, and then check the credits. Yeah, it's Mark Silk.
Silk.
Yeah.
What a boss.
He's
What an
so
absolute
good.
boss.
He's so
And
good.
are there ever times where recording Mark or Jane lines are difficult because of their delivery?
Well, Jane is a massive diva. Sorry, Jane. Jane has a rider. We have
No!
To, she basically no. We have to set up the chair in a certain way for Jane. She doesn't like a. We have to use this drum stool. She likes this little this little sheet where she can like put her things on. Like she requests tea
Oh
and
my
like
gosh, I
all
love
sorts.
you guys.
Yeah. But
And you
no,
say
she's
no.
great.
Just
Yeah,
get on
no,
with it.
Jane,
Get your job
on with
done.
it. No. And then we always end up just chatting for ages. You know, we might only have like 20 lines to do sometimes, and we just have a good old chat.
Oh, it
and,
must be so much fun.
No, it is good. It's
It
really
must
fun.
be so much fun. Okay, so what is your favourite thing in game? It doesn't have, it can be sound, it can
will
be,
be sound.
a piece of
Will
music,
be
it can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably in the expedition map, you can kind of flick between different tracks. It's basically one track that's playing, but then when you go to the different areas, it's the same track but with like different instrumentation on it, and they like seamlessly switch over. But I don't
That's
want to
good.
knock Blarla out of her flow.
That's okay, she'll
Oh,
get it.
sorry.
No, you're so locked in.
May we
You're
see an
so locked in.
exhibition when you have a moment? Expedition, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually want to send some
Okay,
people.
so like when you flick over from the bone belt to 2.C, don't know if people can hear that, but it's the same track that's playing, but it's then swapping over, to these different instrumentations and stuff like that. So there's like 5 tracks that are kind of playing and interchanging with each other.
I love it.
So yeah, that was probably my favourite thing. Well, yeah, I can hear it a little
I
bit.
can hear it.
Yeah.
It's quiet, but yeah.
It's quiet, but it's there. Everyone else, when they play it, they turn it up so loud. But yeah, that's probably my
lovely.
favourite thing.
And how is it that all of the music can be new and yet feel so familiar?
I heard that comment. I saw that comment by someone.
But
It was really cool.
I didn't even realise someone else had said that. Like, legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it really
I don't
immediately
know.
you start singing
It might
along to
just
it. You're like, I've never
be-
heard this before.
Yeah, it might just be mine and Tom's style now after all these years. Mark normally gives us a little idea of what he likes, but and then we just kind of go away and just, I guess we've just built up a little style for it now.
It's a craft. You guys, you're so good at it. Okay, I'm going to get some more questions.
And also on this one, they're like 5-6 minute tracks as well, so it was quite different. Than
I
Hospital
hadn't even
on
thought
campus.
about that because it's a different experience, right? You're spending more time in each place, so
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's 5-6 minute long tracks, so it was quite different to write really because you've got to make it. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It needs to be backgroundy music, but also you want those little earwormy.
yeah. Well, it's like
bits as
elevator
well.
music without the elevator.
Yeah.
It's something that isn't is its purpose is to almost not exist.
Yeah, exactly.
This really creeps in.
Yeah, you don't want to be too distracting, but also, I don't know, you want people to be humming the tunes afterwards as well. So it's finding that balance of it, really.
And I know we've spoken about these in some upcoming dev diaries that will be coming out soon.
I was going to ask about that.
No,
Yeah.
the first one's on its way. It should be this week. Been signed off, so will be this week. It's happening.
There's
Oh.
air.
Oh my
There's
God.
cold air.
Oh my God!
The
Who
aircon
did
just
that?
came on.
How are you wearing that hat? Oh my God.
I know.
Boss, that's how.
You're absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is good. Okay,
It's
that's
very hot.
what were we talking about?
Music
That was
and
amazing.
that, you know.
Music and that. Yeah.
Suddenly there was air and it was
And then
good.
it was delightful.
That's
Yeah.
good. Now it's gone.
I'll find the questions. Let me find some questions. I will find some questions. I'm
Remember we
I
did
had
that
to
stream
get to-
ages ago? We did a hospital stream ages ago.
At
I was
Sega?
just- yeah, at Sega.
And you were
Is that-
sitting on Tom's lap, or the
yeah,
other way around?
I think Tom was sitting on my lap.
Whatever.
But
forces
I just
That was
me and Tom were
forever
talking
ago.
about that. I know.
Forever ago. I've got a photo of that somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll find it, don't worry. That's what's been so nuts about going live last week on YouTube, is that the last time the studio went live was Hospital.
Was it?
So
Oh,
now
wow.
there's loads of Craig and I sitting next to Blarla and I,
Yeah,
which is really nice. It's all very exciting. Sorry about my cough. Craig, if you're watching, which you promised me you would be, we miss you, I think.
Oh, someone said hi, Phil. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil. Everyone will
Hi,
say hi,
guys.
Phil. And oh my God, it's Queen Bee. See?
Everyone's so nice.
Everyone is so nice. Apart from that Chisel, have you met him?
Oh my God, it's Queen Bee. Oh, it's Violet Velvet Shock. Oh my goodness,
miss
it's been
Craig.
a long time.
We all miss Craig. We all miss Craig,
Good old
really.
Sega
He's out
Craig.
there somewhere. We'll see him again. Don't you worry, we'll get him back.
Velvet Shock.
That's what I was talking about, Dev Diaries. And then something came from that. Let me keep thinking on it. It will come out. It will come out. Something, and then...
Oh my God.
And then... What was the... I mean, maybe maybe that's a Tom question.
What's that?
Maybe that's a Tom question.
I might be able to say,
What?
oh, that's a Tom question.
Or give his answer,
Yeah,
so then he
okay.
has nothing to say.
Okay, I'll do that.
What was the hardest part about creating music for this game comparatively to the other titles?
No, yeah, that's both of our questions, really.
Okay.
I think the 6 minutes, because, like I was saying, it's just like not making it too distracting, really. But I think it's come together really nicely. I suppose oh no.
You killed your big chomps.
My jumper.
Oh my God. Oh dear.
And the babies. The babies
He
went
was
with it.
so pleased to be bringing her own builds. I'm going to
Well,
have my own
I
museum.
was
It's going to be lovely.
looking forward to them
Wrecked.
destroying it. Yeah, I was looking forward to
Absolutely
absolutely
wrecked.
destroying it, and they are.
They have.
Nailing.
Well,
the
tell me
brief.
if you need me to put the events back up, because I think we're on 5-minute cooldowns, so
No, I love
it's
it.
going to be full on.
I mean,
This is so hectic.
It is.
This is
I
crazy.
mean, I'm not really doing anything.
I do really like that sound.
Me
that
too.
Blarla just
Yeah,
skipped.
whatever. Because she can't
I
hear it.
know.
But
I
she's
played
doing
it
my
Pressed it
hack.
so many times. I
She's
just-
doing my hack. My hack is if you can't hear the game, you're going to get on and do what you need to do quicker.
Yeah.
As soon as
No.
you can hear the game, you're, as
You want us to
mentioned,
do
losing hours upon hours, forgetting to feed toddlers, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, you know?
That's the thing
Really
actually
pulls you
that's new in this game, obviously. So children.
Mm.
So we had to rework like the ambience system. So like if you were just staring at a group of kids, you don't want to be hearing like adult ambiences and stuff as well. So we've had a system that's like what you see on screen. So say there's just kids on screen, you'll just hear kids on screen. But say some adults come in as well, you start hearing a blend of the two. So you know that
That's
was
cool.
cool and different.
Those little details. And we've got a question from Diddle as well.
That's-
So you mentioned that Mark kind of gives you an idea of what he wants music-wise,
Yeah.
but from there, do you see the game? Like, what's your process for creating the music style?
Yeah. So I don't know how to word it really. So wait.
I
say
hoped
again,
you were going to pull
sorry.
a note out of your
No.
shoe then. Hang on, wait, I've got...
Say again.
Wait.
So
So do you go with the flow for the music? Or is it already kind of in your brain? When someone says museum, is it already there? Or
not
are you
really. So
starting
Mark
to...
kind of sends us over tracks that he likes, and then
Ah.
we.
And this is
will
Mark
kind of-
Webley, I
This is
assume.
Mark Webley. Yeah, sends over some tracks that he likes, and then we just kind of do our own take on it. Really, we do change it up though. You know, he might send something. We're not like copying it exactly. We're like, oh, okay. You know, the idea
Yeah,
was
the
like
same vibe.
ambient.
Yeah.
Ambient was kind of
Yeah.
the idea. So yeah, we just find that, and then we try different instruments out. We kind of stayed a bit more away from guitars on this one compared to Hospital and Campus.
Oh, that's interesting. What, just
yeah,
what
just
they-
kind of changed the style a bit, really. Yeah. I can't remember the tracks out. Yeah, we've got a lot of like violins and stuff, and a bit more orchestral sounding stuff, which we haven't really done before.
But it works for
Um,
something like museum.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
works.
Yeah, so I think that style works for it. But yeah, it was really fun. It's just the 6-minute tracks. So basically like we kind of demo up all the tracks first, and then it gets to a point like, cool, we're happy with all the demos, let's do the final mixes. So then I'm kind of working on one track for 3-4 days, maybe even 5 days sometimes, listening to that constantly all day, tweaking bits.
Wow.
So you can go a bit insane.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's good. And then you don't listen to it for ages, and then you hear it in the game, and you're like, oh,
It
that's
works,
cool.
yeah,
I normally
that's
hate
it.
the song by the end of it. I'm normally like, no, this is terrible, let's scrap it. But then you listen back, and you're like, oh, no, it's fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I am the child of a composer who had to go through that, and I can let you know that everyone will think it's rubbish by the time you finished with it.
Yeah.
Everyone that's
Yeah.
been hearing it for 6 days solid will be like, oh god.
Yeah, you hate it. You
But
hate
then once
it.
once you step away and then put it in situ, then
Yeah, I do it, like I'll finish the day and I'll be like, no, I'm not really sure on this. And then you go back the next day and then you listen and you're like, okay, it's fine. It's almost good sometimes to just stop where you are and then just look at it the next day.
oh, it's just astounding. This is the thing, like there's so many things that I want to ask you and all the other people,
Sure.
but then I can't, then I'm just sucked into the game. I want to see what's happening, what she's doing now. But I will find some more questions. The tricky thing, I should have split them out into like audio and dev. It would have made this way easier.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's fine.
like a find thing.
Well, I can ask you about the names of the songs. Is that
Well,
a
that was all
combo?
Harry,
Does
no.
Harry come to you with those?
Yeah, no, so basically we bounce out all the tracks and all of them are called like Ambient 1, Ambient 2, Ambient Orchestral 1, Ambient and we get really used to what they're called as that, and then we give them to Harry and he sorts them all out. And then I see them in game and I'm like, what track is that? I know that as like Ambient Orchestral 1 Mix 2 or something.
Brilliant. And he gives them Comedy 2-point names.
Yeah, give them,
What a
yeah,
legend.
I know. Yeah, it's good.
And what about, I'm going back, because we're here, I'm doing it. What about like Fish Whispers?
Fish Whispers.
I was
Oh.
here while he was trying to write the lyrics for that.
Really?
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
No way! So, but then still, you've got to write a song, I assume, that fits this utterly bizarre brief.
Yeah, that started out as a radio ad. So we were just doing these radio ads, and then I think we did it after release, and people were like, "Oh, we need Fish Whispers as a full track," and we were like, "Okay, let's do it." Mark was like, "Yeah, just go for it." So we got Sophie in to do the vocals, and then so we took that advert, made it a full-length track, and then sent over that demo to Harry, and then he wrote the lyrics for it, and then we sent over to Sophie, and then she did it, and then we got them all in the studio, and then we recorded it.
Amazing.
And it was really fun.
I bet. And the thing that I love about 2 Point Games is that it all feeds back into itself, and at some point you will find an aquarium expert that will have fish whispering as their...
Yes, thanks, Blarla.
She just keeps getting things that you're not supposed to see very often,
so
and
you would
pristine.
have heard a different one for pristine. So they're all different.
That's amazing. Oh, Phil, you legend. I love the work you guys have done here, but as always, I could babble on at you all day, and we should probably...
Yeah, we should kick me out.
Pairs in. Well, no,
we
you're
should
always
kick
welcome to
No,
stay.
no, it's
Stay as
okay.
long as you like.
No, it's
However,
good.
we've only got 3 mics, so if you wouldn't mind leaving.
No, it's okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us, Phil, you legends. See ya.
Bye.
Peace
I
out.
Bye, Phil.
Turn off my mic.
We'll bring in another willing victim. Send in whoever looks the most terrified, Phil. Could be anyone. Could be all of them. It's probably Pezza. Thank you very much, guys. Happy launch day. It's a fantastic game. I could not agree more. I couldn't agree more. Drops. I don't think drops are on, but I could be wrong. The Chizzy Goblin would be the man to ask. He's around. He's not far. He never is.
It's one of the reasons.
Least of all when we're in charge of this. He's not far. Aww. Phil left half a gub.
There's half a gub.
Let's take a picture of it. Phil's half a gub.
Half a gub. What am I trying to do? Water,
No, I'm
misting.
worried that Chizzy Goblin's talking to me. He is, right. Okay, Sam is next. All right. Okay.
Need room.
This is good. It's already 25 to 7. On we go. So what are you up to now, B? What's happening?
Just trying to replace some of the botany, if I can. Just trying to survive. Money is awful. Money's just so hard. It's so hard.
Oh, look
Hello.
who it is. We got a Pezza.
Hello.
We got a Pezza.
I know this could be the first time on stream actually.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I've not done
Really?
this before.
Oh,
I know.
welcome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
not-
had to cough in excitement.
Is that how you usually show excitement?
That is how I usually show. No. Many other awful ways. Are you all on and talking?
Yeah, I think I am.
You're on stream.
I know. Is this all correct? I don't know.
Is it?
Tell me if it's wrong.
Phil left half a gub. Do you want it?
Do you want his half a cup?
I thought you
No,
were just
I'm
going to
okay.
eat it there, like absolute animal. Good job I took a picture of it.
I only did that in front of 10,000 people. It's fine. It's
I was-
okay.
I was
We're
trying
like
not
a
to
big
mention it.
family here, right?
We can look in real time if you like. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
all
need to
good.
see that.
It's all good. No, they're all
Where's it?
wonderful people.
No, I don't need
Wonderful
to see
people.
myself eat that. That's
Oh,
what I mean.
You look great.
Yeah, Twitch is lovely.
Wonderful people. Say hi to Pez.
Hello, chat.
Pezza, why don't you tell us who you are
Yeah, who am I?
and what do you do?
Yeah, I'm having kind of a deep existential crisis about that. No.
We all do. Launch day is a good day for it, to be fair. Why not? Go for it.
No, yeah. I guess I've been here since hospital and like worked on that and kind of my passion stuff is like on the graphical side of things. But we do a bit of everything here because we're not like a huge company.
Yeah.
So like, a bit of gameplay, a few menus and stuff like that. So one of the things I've worked on, like probably people familiar, is like the visualization effect stuff that was in the original hospital. Worked on that sort of system, so like the actual visual effect and that sort of stuff. And also one thing which I always go on about in work, I'm sure they're all sick of it, is the new lighting stuff in museum. So, yeah.
Absolutely no one is sick of talking about that lighting. Okay. B, have you got an aquarium we can look at?
I could go to
truly,
a different
it's
museum.
Stunning. It's stunning. I'm
Yeah,
sure,
like
look,
we want-
see? New lighting museum is amazing. Everyone
Thank you very
thinks
much.
it is.
Everyone's insanely good. Yeah.
But yeah, we just like, I think we want to do a lot better than we did in campus basically. And I remember early projects, like basically I was like, I presented like, well, I went to the bunch of people and was like, okay, I want to do this better. So we kind of like basically removed everything. Like kind of made it so like campus was like.
New lighting is stunning.
Thank
babe.
you. Babe, that's pretty
Absolute
good.
babe.
But yeah, it's allowed us to do all this kind of like really nice aquarium lighting stuff that way actually like floods through the museum and stuff like that. And there's like a bunch of like systems in the background you don't actually perceive. So if you zoom out a little bit and go like, so like it figures out like there's actually like kind of, you can't see them, but there's like a procedural system that places like ceiling lights in empty areas. So like, and that's actually what's lighting the world. So actually kind of like,
You can kind of see.
yeah, you can kind of see it like, and it puts in center rooms and stuff like that. And that's something we're gonna like continue work on stuff like that. But it's pretty good right now. And
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
Stunning.
that there's little light sources above the donation bins, the maps.
yes, yeah, that's a
stuff
new
like that.
thing I've got. So like,
Yeah.
like pretty much all our like lighting solution is like completely like custom. Like it's we modified Unity stuff heavily. Like we use Unity Engine, but it's heavily modified. And yeah, it's just kind of it looks really nice actually.
Oh, Pez, please.
But yeah, it's just thank you. But yeah, it's actually kind of like a custom ray tracing solution. Like it's not like full-fledged ray tracing, but it's like it's a ray tracing that we've custom built that works on all hardware. So you don't need like super high-end hardware to run this. And
People are saying they're getting new graphics cards because
Oh,
they've seen
yeah.
how beautiful this is.
the better the graphics card, obviously like the better it runs, of course. But like it's you don't need like a special RTX card because like I like graphics and making things look beautiful and stuff, but I also want it to be people to be able to play it with the hardware they've currently got in their hands. I don't feel like they need to do that. And one thing we're doing is like what we're working on trying out is like having a special mode where it's like super like low end, so like it won't look as good as, but if you're running on really low end hardware, you can still play the game, sort of thing.
Oh, Pez, you are good.
Yeah.
I've got to read some of the chat coming in.
Oh yeah, go
because
ahead.
New lighting is stunning, babe, as mentioned. And then we've got, I specifically bought an RTX card for the lighting. And then I love the aquariums. And then someone else says, the Goth Toad, I love this. I loaded up the game and immediately shouted to my other half that he had to come and look at the beautiful lighting.
Oh, there we go. That's lovely to hear. Thank you.
Even and again goes on to say it's amazing even seeing the floor reflections. Agreed. Someone else, first time chat. Tinwalende, maybe. I've been admiring the lighting and the reflections on the floor every single time I've been playing. It's
I'm
really
trying not
the
make
thing
this
I've been
all go to
noticing.
my
No,
head.
no, take it.
Take it all
Love
in.
all the
Feed
floors.
me.
You deserve so much hype.
reflections.
See, look, I'm not
That's cool.
stopping. Love the lights on the cheesy governors and Bert machines.
It's a
Could
really
not agree more.
Good place to see the reflections. Look.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that, Pezza.
Yeah, that's all
Beautiful.
good stuff.
Look, see, everyone is all over it.
It does run. What's that? Have you tried it? It should run on the Steam Deck. Like yeah, it's running. Like got a Steam Deck internally.
It
It's
is.
running. Yeah.
It is running, but not official as yet. But we hope to
Yeah.
be making an announcement about that.
And we're always like improving performance and stuff like that to make it run faster on everything.
Well, there should have been, not that I know exactly what's in it, but there was a patch out today. Like, you
Yeah.
guys launched on Thursday. For God's sakes, take a break.
Yeah, we're
It's
always trying to
okay.
fix it because I mean, we always hate it when like someone's got a bug in and we're like, oh no, quick, we've got to fix it. You know, it's a balance of like trying to fix it as fast as possible, also like having enough time to test it and make sure we're not breaking anything else in the process. So like everyone at 2 Point is like really passionate about making like the best game they can, sort of thing. And like I think it shows like everyone's done like such a great job with this game. Like it's like
amazing.
like I feel like the assets the artists have made, like it's on another level compared to the previous one as well. Yeah, and like the gameplay,
mind-blowing.
yeah, like we've got a whole expedition like loop as well. I'm sure you talked about.
Yeah, yeah, but this is it. Like, what?
Yeah.
We want to take a breath. Do you know what I mean? There's so much going on, and there's been so much cool stuff coming out on the socials, and you guys have done some great, all kinds of other things. But just to be able to take a moment to appreciate
Yeah, it is like
the incredible work. God, I love it. I love
like
this
so
game.
when you're working on it, you're focused on the details and the problems, and there's still things in the game right now like, oh, this is like not quite right. Oh, we want to fix this and stuff like that. But when sometimes you need to remind yourself to take a step back and just like, actually, I think we've done all
Look
right
at
here.
this. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll say.
we continue just want to keep making it better and better. It's like there's a bunch of like things we'll try out to like even make it run even faster on the rendering side and stuff like that. Try and experiment. Yeah, experiment. Well, it means it runs faster.
No, it's good. It's good nerds. Good nerds.
good nerdiness. But like, but also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and there's like another lighting system that's like kind of like you got little spotlights. You said like little items are like attached on things and stuff like that, and you've got the candles. Like that's also a whole new
Yeah,
system.
I love the torches. Actually,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
use those a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a golden. Yeah, that was. I remember actually talking to the artists where, because I reworked a lot of stuff and like trying to get the metal. Then when the artist went to me like, the metal doesn't look metal enough, and I was like, what do you mean? And it was like there's some back and forth, and eventually we figured out like what was wrong. But yeah, that's just kind of example of like the things we do to like really care about like little details. Like one example is like when you look at metal, it's kind of like a little reflective on the side, like kind of like the rims of it. And like I've even like tweaked that. That's like different to like the Unity like version, like where they just look a bit better, at least to our eyes, sort of thing. And yeah.
And the golden toilet really does look more golden.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's joyously
Yeah.
golden. Go on, B.
I got on there.
Chuck one down.
It's quite dark in there.
Yeah, but look how colour coordinated
Mm.
it is. She's good, isn't
Oh,
she?
yeah, there we
Look
go.
at that.
I really like this. The scene looks pretty good as well.
It's
yeah.
actually made me sad about the
This is my haunted house.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
So they've got like a living room, and the hall, and the children's room.
So we have another system behind the scenes that people may not be totally aware of, like the artists. So like because we've got these like procedural ceiling lights that you can't actually see, but they are responsible for lighting up the world. We kind of got certain exhibits have these things they attach to them. I think lights have them too, where they actually make these ceiling lights darker, so the light itself can like illuminate more directly.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like.
So you can get like.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you put down like a light, it might make the ceiling light darker, so that light itself can be more prominent. So there's kind of all these little tweaks and tests that like we keep trying out to try and like make it better, and that's been a hard thing to get right, sort of thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it blows my mind. The amount of detail in this game is blowing my mind. I love it.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's been a lot of work to get
You're
this
such
in.
a small team. Like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So what is whether it's something that you were involved in or not, what's your favourite thing? Anything. Can be a sound, can be a
I do like how the aquarium and the fish turned out, I have to say. Like the way they move around, like that's always been quite fun. Like that, because I remember they first coming in, like I was like, oh, the aquarium is going to be loads of work, why are we doing this? And then actually...
Because everyone wanted it, Prem, that's why.
I'm not Prem, I'm Pezza.
That's because I was thinking about Prem drawing things.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, get Prem in here. No, sorry, Pez.
I don't think he's here right now.
I'll call you something else next time. Just
the colour
wait.
pick, yeah, the colour picker is the colour picker is like really nice as well. Like, be able to change stuff.
And you can do it on so many items.
Yeah,
the colour picker is one of the things that I didn't know I wanted until I had it.
Yeah.
You know, and now I don't think I can.
Love it, and you can set your own colours as well, which I
Yeah,
really
that's all really nice.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Now let's look at the fish again. yeah. It's nice fish.
So we got this artist Andre that worked on like a special like shader that helps them move and stuff like that. That's really nice. So I think originally we weren't sure like how he's going to do that, but yeah, he knocked it out of the park with that one.
All of it.
Yeah, and there's also like little things we tweaked where like I think Sam is going to come on next, isn't he?
Hopefully,
Maybe,
yeah. Hopefully.
But we worked
luck.
like it took me a long time to get around to it, as he'll surely remind me every day. But actually, like, depending on the fish you put in, it changes like colour of the fish. So like I think it's like slightly. Oh no, if you increase the temperature of the aquarium, it becomes a slightly more lighter tropical colour.
Oh, that's nice.
And I think there's like a squid fish where like it changes into more purpley and stuff like that. It's been a while since I've last. Yeah, but it's kind of like all those little touches that I think it just makes the game come to life. And
Yeah.
Basically just want to shove more stuff in
That,
here.
well, that's it. That's it. And people are already asking about things like DLC and things like next game. And I say we should all just enjoy this. Let's just. It's literally been out for an hour and 45 minutes. Let's just enjoy it in its pure,
just catching up on
untouched
Twitch
state,
chat as well. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Helipad lights.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear someone likes it being controller friendly, because that's also a lot of work. Like just trying to make a menu for like mouse and keyboard and controller.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was going to answer that actually. I found playing on Steam with an Xbox controller an absolute delight. Seamless, beautiful. You barely even notice.
Yeah, it means it's good for the Steam Deck as well, which is really nice. But yeah, it's just it's been a lot of work to get it where it is, but it's definitely been worth it. It's really great to see like everyone really enjoying it as well.
Oh,
it's been lovely.
Reviews have been.
Those fish are so cool.
I know, aren't they? Aren't they though? But just like the layers still get me. Like someone's mentioned in the chat, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could change the colour of the candles. And I'll be honest, me neither.
Yeah.
Because there's too much. There's almost too much to get to. Just when I think that I've got a handle on all of it, I watch B play and go, oh god, now I've got to go and do
we've got
this.
like Steam Workshop as well, where people can add even their own stuff. So there's even more things out there. But yeah, you can change all the colours and stuff. That's really nice.
I love your cursed experts, B. I'm really quite fond of them.
I think they're all cursed.
Would anyone like to ask Pez any more questions?
Yeah.
Because I'm just, I mean, I could just babble.
Yeah,
And I'm worried that I'm not going to get enough.
Any questions?
Any dying questions?
Yeah, that's why not. Any question you're dying to ask, I was trying to say.
Give us your dying questions. We'll make sure they're answered. This is where we'll get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
This will be the one time where they're just silent, completely silent. But in the meantime,
I'm okay with that as well.
Well, I have somewhere in here my clever little list. Ooh, will there be an option, says Diddle, in the future to recolour the fishies? Which is an interesting question.
Yeah, you can discover different fish with different colours. Yeah, variants and stuff like that. So I think that's more of a design question. Like, we have the technology, but
What's
whether or not,
What's the line that I keep meaning to say? Why would you know this?
My mind's going to mess up.
Could be anything. Could be literally anything. No, it's Dr. Malcolm.
Yeah. I was feeling like you feed them fish dye.
Oh yeah, imagine.
But that would be a bit much.
In general, this is a case of your developers were so busy trying to work out whether they could.
Yeah. Sometimes
because some things are horrific, delightfully horrific.
Well, the fact you can like analyze the ghosts as well. That's a bit.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like analysing the baby chompers.
Well, I do.
Oh yeah, you can analyse the fish as well.
Yeah.
They're a basic class, babes. They're getting analysed. Okay, get in there, little babies.
It's one of those fun things when
Greater good.
It's one of those funny things in game development where like you come up with this two independent systems where we're gonna have fish. We get duplicate things. Okay, we're gonna have like something to recycle it, and then like they clash like that. Like I guess you can. Like analyze the fish, okay?
Yeah,
so I didn't see that one.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're being hurried along. Yeah.
Very good.
You don't have to hurry on.
Oh, okay.
I think you said any last questions for Pezza.
Yeah. We can. Yeah, we're ready.
He'll talk for hours.
Yeah.
Give us another answer.
I need a question first.
Why does everyone call you Pezza?
Perry.
I've been called Pezza because my surname's Perry. Yeah, so.
Pezza. It's the same reason people call me Loza.
Yeah.
Silly.
And also I'm a Ben first name, and there's already too many Bens.
Yeah, there's too many Bens here.
Ben Husky, Ben Heimers,
filled up with Bens.
Yeah. A lot of Bens. So that's why I'm Pezza, because I've basically accepted defeat in trying to claim the first name Ben.
The funny thing is, you calling him Prem earlier.
Yeah, I totally did.
That's what Gary used to have a little sign saying.
Yeah, which one's
Prem's a Polish.
Oh yeah, he did.
Because he kept calling
I remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an old age thing, and I'm just finally getting as old as Gary was.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything.
Didn't need to. Thanks
I'm
very
going to have
much.
another one of these cheesy gubbins.
Please. Nice. Someone commented that you were an absolute animal for just eating that half ago. Absolute monster.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
Just went all in.
Anything for fame.
Are there still people from the OG Can't Say That game around? Yes, Mark and Gary and Notty. Yes, they are still with us. And Smarty?
Yeah, it's been an absolute joy working with them.
And Pez is old school Lionhead. It's been nearly 10 years now, isn't it?
I was only there for the last year of its existence.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
One of us.
Well, that's,
I didn't like Pez to start with.
No.
Oh
no, here it comes.
Come on, bring it in, Mark. We're on the front page.
He worked with Gary, and Gary invited him whether he'd want to join us. And he said,
I was young and stupid.
He
for the
said,
reference.
"Who's there then?" And he said, "Oh, me." He said,
couple of legends.
A bunch of old blokes.
And it's only become more true with time.
Yeah, true story. And yet I've just answered a question. Someone saying, "Oh my God, are any of the legends still there that were there before?"
Yeah.
He comes in, old blokes, old blokes. Unbelievable. Right.
But I was young and foolish back then.
We all were once, darling. We all were once. Right. I think we.
Yeah.
We're swapping out for Sam.
Come on. Want to get in here, Sam?
Are you coming in?
Oh, right, yeah.
Go on then. Go and do a swapsy.
Yeah,
take this.
Yeah, take
Say
that.
bye.
I won't undress
Say
it.
bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for my time.
Thank you for my time. Is how I'm going to end things from now on. Thank you for my time.
Bye, Pez.
Glad I spent some time here with you. I like that. Come on, Sam. Oh, good.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
No, darlings. We're being very well looked after, everyone.
And it's a bit cooler as well.
Much better, he says as he closed the door and plunges us back into Nightmare room. Okay, guys, we got another guest. Sam!
Hello.
How you doing, bud? You okay?
Yeah.
I feel bad now because I didn't congratulate Pez, but I'm going to start with congratulating you. Congratulations! It's so good.
Yeah. It's always it's almost like quite an anticlimactic experience when it comes out, but
No, surely not.
Well, funnily enough, like I think this one, I know the hype feels much bigger because Hospital, we were a very small studio, and 16 of us, so it wasn't a huge release, and it kind of blew up after that. But this one's overwhelming.
It's hit the ground running, isn't it? So actually, Sam, we'll start the start. Who are you and what do you do? I've kind of ruined it. We know who you are. But
so I'm Sam. I'm a designer here at 2 Point. I've been here since Hospital. Since about a year before Hospital launched. So I've been here quite a while. In museum, I was mostly focused on the aquarium stuff and anything that was related to Passwater Cove.
Got it.
Thank
Is that
you.
okay?
We'll find out in a minute.
And do some talkies. Crack on. You're all good. We would have been out of here because of me. Yeah. So you were here from Hospital times.
Yep.
And all through.
Yep.
Working under the delightful Benny Huskins.
Yeah.
What a place to be. Okay. Well, let's start with what I've been asking everyone, which is, what is your absolute favourite thing? Doesn't have to be any. It doesn't have to be an exhibit. Doesn't need to be a character. Anything. Sound. It could be a tiny moment that you only see once you're 80 hours deep.
The thing is, often when I'm playing our games, I often think about it's hard to point on a certain thing, but there's certain exhibits that I'm sentimental about because of just how the sort of development process took place to create them or something like that.
Tell us more. Like what?
I quite enjoy the spider crab is an exhibit that was almost cut because when we originally were designing aquarium stuff, we had certain sort of ways that we would control the fish would swim this way and they'd have to be animated a certain way, and we had starfish and they would cling onto walls, and we originally wanted to be able to have sea creatures that could be on the floor. And we never really got that working. It was a lot of work compared to all of the other things, and we weren't sure about.
Yeah. Well, even the starfish must have been an interesting and difficult thing to deal with, right? So then, if
that one was actually developed quite early because, the spider crab was in really early, but it would just be on the bottom, unmoving because we hadn't got the technology to move it. And then one day, just like Luke said, why don't we just put it on the side like the starfish, and it actually looks more spider-like.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it was saved from being cut from the game, and it's quite a and every sort of exhibit has kind of stories like that. Some a bit more boring, but So I'm sort of.
That's a dev response. None of these people will find any of those stories boring. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed.
Yeah. But every exhibit has kind of something like that. But most of them are a lot more boring. It's just Art said this would be a funny gag, or
but it all works.
Or,
It all works. It's so 2 Point. It somehow all sits together, even though it feels like a different world. It also doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Because of what Pez has done with the lighting, and because you're dealing with so many different things.
Well, that's another sort of thing. Pezza and I, sort of. I was really. There are certain fish that will change the colour of the water, and that was something that Pez and I worked on together to make
brilliant
it good.
idea.
Later on in the game, there's a lanternfish type thing, and it makes the aquarium just black. And that was something that went in quite late, and but I've been asking Pezza for months, this will look so cool. We have to do it. But he kept putting it off. But I was right to persist.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you guys just seem different.
Yeah.
You seem different. This project has been a different experience for you all.
It has been actually. I think campus was a bit more downbeat because it was mostly during the pandemic, and
it was lockdown.
we're quite a sort of quite a casual team, really.
we don't really have that many formalized designs and sort of processes. Like we have, you know, certain procedures and everyone follows them, and that's quite easy when it was hospital and just 16 people. But during campus, like it was, we went up to 30 people and we all over Zoom, and like things about the game would change, and like we weren't able to do that. But I think because also like in campus we almost went quite far with a lot of the technology that we developed for it. And like this game, we've just been able to focus on like almost cutting down some things to make like a much more focused, much more delivered experience. And so like, yeah, it's just been really quite energetic and quick development, like really smooth development. I think like everyone's like really on board and excited about it because we've all been in the office.
Yeah, that's it. Really quick. I mean, really quick dev. You know what I mean? Having the announcement with no leaks come out last August.
Yeah.
And we're here in March with a beautifully polished, finished game.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's been crazy.
I love it. I just love it. Right, I've got to pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I could just watch what B's doing. Get someone else to talk. Wait, that's not what I'm here for. Right, I have questions. And I'm going to ask them, probably, if I can actually. Oh, there they are. Look. I hid them from myself. What an idiot. Okay. So we have been asking on Discord and on Instagram. Though a lot of the Instagram ones may be a little bit too complicated for us to get to during this. Discord seems to be the place to go. So, dare I ask, or do you know, what's your total playtime?
Long. I think it's not. Yeah, it's hard to measure. I think like I have about 500 hours on the Steam. So yeah, probably it's more than that because like I'm like 100 times a day I'm going into the game. I'm like placing an item down, going, okay, that doesn't feel nice to place down, and then like redoing it.
Coming out again.
I've been doing that like a lot the last few weeks. Like I've been really focusing on the size and the collision and the item placement and stuff. And so like I'm going in, I'm placing it and going, that's horrible. Take it out, and then try again. So like it's hard to measure up all those like 10 seconds of playing.
Many. I imagine it would be pretty much what my toddler said to me the other day, where he had a pretend shop and tried to sell me an ice cream, and I asked how much it was, and he went, loads.
Yeah,
like loads.
Immeasurable. It's just
there's no way. There's no way of making it make sense. Let's go with. Do you know? I don't want to say it out loud, but we've got to find a way to answer this because I've been wondering the same thing. So there are some more recognisable than other NPCs in game.
We're always inspired by pop culture, and I believe that's a supernatural enthusiast.
Yes.
Sort of,
That's precisely
looks
what it is.
Looks a lot like a
certain non-medical guy. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
A certain non-medical guy. There he is.
Yeah.
That's all I've got. I can't think of anything else to say. These are the moments that I need Craig.
Yeah,
He'll help me. He would be the one to actually make it make sense.
Yeah.
Stop me saying Ghostbusters, that kind of stuff. I just did it again. Okay, so what was the development process like for the mechanics of the game? So buzz, knowledge, enlightenment, that kind of stuff. How do you even begin? Oh, do you want a gub? Go backwards with me gubs. What about gubs at the end of the interview? Well, not quite at the end. You don't want a gub. We bought you insisted on 2 packets, lady.
Yeah, and
I've just had a tooth
later on I'm
extraction.
going to
Oh
need.
no, this is dangerous.
This is dangerous.
Oh God, what have we done? Sorry, I'll eat
I
one
just
too.
went straight for it. I'm so impressionable. I was just given to peer pressure immediately.
For the best.
Yeah.
Right, where were we? Buzz, knowledge, enlightenment, etc. Skills. Like where, how? Where did all that come from? How hard was it to kind of implement over the top? Sorry about the gubbin sounds. I knew this was a bad idea.
It's never.
We did have some other, I guess, stats on top of that at some point. I can't really remember them anymore, but a lot of the sort of development processes in this game has been starting really broadly and then narrowing down. We started with more needs for certain staff, and over time we said, is that need, so in previous games we had hygiene or something like that on some of the staff, and we quite early on went, do we really need that in this one? Like we needed it in campus and hospital, but like is it just an unnecessary complexity that sort of adds to?
Well, that's it. Whilst you're adding other things anyway,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
why do you then need to? Yeah, that makes sense.
I think like there's a lot of mantra, a lot of game studios where it's like complexity and bigger, you know, that's better. But like if you can focus down on as few stats as possible, I think like sometimes you can deliver a much more focused experience. And I think we've kind of we've got quite good and quite ruthless at cutting down things that, you know, take away from that focus on you know, what the players actually care about. Like because like players don't necessarily like they, you know, like if you ask us, or like 12 months ago, if you asked us like is complexity good, or you know, or like if we added this, would that be good? Like normally you say yes, but like
absolutely, let's add some layers of gameplay. That's it.
You instinctively say yes, but like I think and the development of any sort of thing in this game has always started from a very broad perspective, and then we've narrowed it down and went, like, this is just taken away from focus. We can focus better on fewer stats. And, you know,
and it's really worked, because for the first time ever, I'm actually playing this how it's meant to be played. I just tend to, you know, I'm here for the chaos for the most part. That's what I'm into.
But something that has surprised me as well is like, I haven't really cared that much about decorating in previous games, but like, and like that's bad to say as a developer, but like, I kind of like I'd get all the, you know, the core features in like when I was building a hospital or building a classroom in campus, you know. But in this game, like I do just enjoy like fiddling around with the cobblestones and fiddling around with you know, like really minute details. Like
Yeah, I can completely understand that, and equally I care about my staff. I care about all of them. They've been very throwaway before, but now I really care.
I think that's something that I think we have gotten a lot better. Like, I think when we released Hospital, people said that they cared about staff, and it can be harder to appreciate like what people actually appreciate about staff. And I think, we have like, and like, you know, like we've worked out, you know, people care about the qualifications, they care about the leveling, and you know, what do they like about qualifications, what do they like about leveling, and you know, things like that. It's it's all come down.
It feels like, it feels brand new, and like I've known it my whole life all at once. It's such a bizarre thing to step into initially, because it's so familiar, but then there's all of this new stuff to kind of get to grips with. It's fab. Oh, it's fab. I've got 5 more questions. Okay. How? This is a difficult one, because I think it's. I imagine it will be different every time. Yes, it absolutely does. This is the line that I've been using over and over again. This game belongs in a museum. It really works. It really works. Thank you, chat. Whoever's had that on chat, I've lost you now. It's moved. Oh no! There we go. Donovan Creed. Thank you. I agree. How long do games take? A game like this, from inception to launch, I imagine they've all been different.
Campus, so it's interesting, because Campus took a lot longer, because like the pandemic like made us less efficient. I think, you know, like that's natural, but also like with Campus, like we had to build a lot of stuff from the ground up, because our systems from Hospital just wouldn't you know, hold up. Like a particular like character behavior was way too basic in Hospital for what we need in Campus. Like students were really complex in Campus. Like they, you know, they fell in love, they, you know, had friendships, and they, you know, had a whole life. They were, you know, they were in your campus for 3 years, and they had a whole life. So Campus was longer development, but this game was only about 2.5 years in development, and like, I guess like full development only really the start of last year, the end of 2023.
Wow.
And because we went so much further with Campus than necessarily what we needed to, like I think we developed a lot of things in Campus that was a bit, you know, more complex than necessarily the player appreciated in a way. Like I think like there were a lot of features and ways that characters behaved, and things that players didn't necessarily care that much about, but like and so like when we were developing this game, like it was kind of a process of taking that technology and perfecting it, like
almost
compressing it,
shaving
you know,
bits off
so shaving off. So like this, I think this is by far the best game we've developed, and it's just been like yeah.
I've been saying it for like 2 hours. This is amazing. Have you guys seen this? This is amazing. God, I just love it.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say? Go on, Sam.
No, go on. No, what
would you say has been the hardest part of developing this game compared to the others?
Compared to the others, I don't know. Like it's really hard to express like how smooth the development has been. It's been like so nice to just like sort of instead of like almost building and like designing complex systems. It's just been a process of like whittling down and just like looking at what was good in the previous games, what was bad in the previous games, and just like perfecting it. And so I guess like the hardest part in general is a part that I wasn't really involved in, and I would comment on and like we would discuss in the office, but I wasn't directly involved in the development. But it was like the expedition systems, like that's such an important loop in the game. It's so important to get all of this feeling nice, and like we went through so many different ways of doing it, and it's like it seems like simple now, but like we've gone through so many iterations, and it's been at times like quite horrible. I think like before, like we were a lot more happy with like having fewer places of interest, but with like more exhibits in. So like at one point there were like 8 exhibits per place of interest, but like that kind of took away the player's ability to sort of like find the exhibit that they want. It was just too much of a Russian roulette
because
type
that's
scenario.
the joy of it, right? Is that we're getting to see people building entirely different, like everything looking, you know, completely diverse from one to another, because people are making that decision rather than following a path.
Yeah, but like the expedition system was much more potluck at like a really early stage in development, and that's what almost felt right, sounded right. Like it sounds right, but like it really wasn't. Like it's like you need to have like a very granular sort of place of interest, you know, like system, and like have a big beautiful map, and you know, like it's and like that little animation on the side that plays with the chopper, getting to the chopper. Like I think that adds a lot, but like it's just a fun sort of animation on the side, but like it adds so much like
it really does
like connection with the expedition, and just like getting that whole thing right like was a lot of tears shed, because you know it's quite a new system. I don't think like we didn't really have any games to reference, or no like sort of nothing to like really.
But that's we've been talking about it a lot because of the social media that B and I have been helping the studio with. We mention expeditions a lot. We talk about expeditions a lot. Excuse my cough. We have the Explorer edition, etc. And in my mind, every time I'm writing copy, I get a little bit like, oh, should we lean into it too much? Should we push too hard with the Explorer thing? Because ultimately, you stay at your museum. You send your experts away, but you go with them. In a way, you go with them. And you're right. Like having that little tab up, telling you what they're doing at that very moment, really does help you feel connected to them. Because the other thing that happens is there are so many things to be busying yourself with in game that sometimes you can forget. You forget that you've sent them. You can forget that they've come back. I mean, we've seen it on streams this week. The amount of people that the chat's been screaming, "You've got a crate! You've got a crate!" It's like, no, they're busy carefully picking the colour of their candles. Actually, just leave them to it. Like it's totally cool.
It's the right level of intrusiveness in the game.
You're absolutely
because we have dilemmas and stuff where you have to like make a decision for your expedition, and like that system can be like too intrusive and like too involved in like the player's day to day, and like to an extent like you kind of want to set and forget, but you also want to feel connected, and getting that balance right is like really hard, really complicated. And again, I wasn't too involved in that. I set up like all of the ones in the 2.C, but
you
the
are
actual
all involved
thing,
in all of it. There's like 40 of you.
I commented, I comment on it, but it was Luke driving that, but like it was
He's done a hell of a job.
He's
done a hell of a job. I'm so glad that Chisel reminded me that I needed to talk to him really quick. Right, well, anyone have any more questions for Sam? Oh, we've got our next victim.
I'm being called out.
Oh look, here he is. Looks terrified.
Thomas.
All right, then say bye to Sam. fine. Say bye to Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Goodbye,
It was
everyone.
an absolute
Yeah,
joy.
thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Bye, Sam.
Oh yeah, mute yourself, Sam, just in case.
I will. Yeah.
You never know what's going to come out. Oh, goodbye, Sam. Sam is awesome. It's true. Thanks, Sam. Bye, Sam. I imagine they meant Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Although, similarities are there. Oh.
You're very quiet there, playing away.
I'm
That's what she
concentrating.
wanted.
Okay.
She asked for this.
These things catch on fire too much, don't they?
Well, only because the chat are making it happen.
It's because we've got events turned on.
The chat are destroying my
She wants the
museum, that's what
chaos.
they're doing, yeah.
Mark Webley's in the corner getting upset about the chaos. No,
No, it's fine. This is what we're after.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm going to read this one out loud from the chat. I have to say, there's a rarely seen high quality and professionalism around the whole 2 Point universe. The quality of the game, the graphics, the mechanics, the way you guys handle the stream. Interesting. Love from the community. Yeah, that's what I'm going to assume you didn't see. It's amazing. You don't see this quality often.
Didn't see the
Thank
start,
you.
I don't think.
Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for the work you do, Thomas.
Thank you guys.
Oh, stop it. We didn't do
I
anything.
also love watching the stream and just Blarla's just like in like this manic world of chaos.
Firefighting isn't the worst.
Like everyone's
right now.
chatting and just Blarla's face is just like
Just like
You can hear her breathing every time.
literally fighting fires. Yeah.
So, okay, this is what she asked for, Tom. This is what she asked for, okay?
Very
She was
real.
worried that last week's stream was too chatty.
No, this is
And
good.
not enough gameplay.
Not enough gameplay.
No, it is good.
So she's focusing on that bad boy. Don't worry, there'll still be chatty.
Yeah, no, just
Obviously.
just Blarla like
Yeah.
having a horrible panic in the background.
Killing it. And
I'm
her soul.
enjoying every second of it.
Every
Yeah.
second.
Get tails on the toilets
More
as well.
negative. Go on. Do
I
it.
think a lot of people need bogs.
Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Tom.
Yes, you are.
You might have seen Phil earlier.
Yes.
He's my business partner.
He is your business partner.
We do all the music and sounds.
You do.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's all I do.
That's it.
That's a file.
That's it.
That's it.
There's tons of
That's
Easy.
it. I know. That's it.
How
Job
many
done.
files are you saying you delivered?
Oh God.
Like over 1,000?
That was just the emotes.
Just for the emotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The emotes that that was
It's
like
just audio. It's all they do.
1,500
Just
files.
audio.
No big deal.
Just,
no big deal.
Just little
Oh
noises.
my God, I love it. Okay, let's really talk about this. I
Yeah, the
wanna really
live
talk
channel.
about
You
this.
want to hear live emotes?
Yes.
Give me an
we've got-
emotion.
We do. I've been saving. I've been saving it for post-launch because I was worried that people were not going to understand it and love it. But you did record the sounds of the fish having babies
Oh yeah.
in this very room, did
In
you
this
not?
very room, yeah.
Not but 2 weeks ago.
It was kind of like, yeah. So that sound, right? It's like a joke in like audio design that like the pop, the cork pop. But it is the best sound.
It's a classic.
And like Chisel did it, and it's really good. And we did it on the mic in here, put it like to the project, and it actually sounded really good. It's
Amazing.
like, actually, this
Oh my
like-
gosh, I can't wait.
It's
to
like
go
no
home.
different to like the proper recorded like wine cork pop in like in a soundproof room. Did it in
Cheesy
here,
gubs.
and it was just as good.
I love it. I love it. Okay, right. I can't wait to get there. There will be some kind of real social asset. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with telling you mine, even though I've already told you. We're going to talk about favourites. I've got many things that I absolutely adore about this game, as you can imagine, but that comes with lots of detail and lots of really honing in, because that's what you do when you're playing
Yeah,
a game for
like-
hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
The sound of an exhibit, Tom, being put down and sounding like my nan's giving me a cup of tea in an old teacup.
Like the fossily sound. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like the first few times I did it, I was like jiving to it without realising. Like something was making me go, oh, I love that, but I
Yeah.
hadn't worked out what it was.
It's crazy. Like
And then,
that's
oh.
those things are like they don't seem like when you're asking for that or like chatting to the designers. You know, like Luke was saying, we should have like the different. We've always had weight, so like small, medium, heavy. And then Luke was like, oh, we should do materials too. And you're like, yeah, that we'd love to. And then someone has to hook up like every item's like, this is a rocky one, this is a
but that's
glassy
so
one.
cool.
It's
It
really
makes the
cool, and it's
difference.
yeah, it does like add a level of like polish to, especially in these games where you're like constantly
having to
tilting
move
and-
things
yeah,
and tweaking them ever so
yeah,
slightly.
like picking things up, and yeah, it's really nice to like
Swoon.
polish all those things, and the UI obviously as well is like huge. It's
Oh
like
yeah. No, it's amazing.
such
It's
a
amazing.
small detail, but it's like so it's like always, especially in the sim game, it's like
Well, that's it.
constant,
If it's
you
not
know?
right,
Yeah.
I mean, much like the sound, if it's not right, you're going to know about it. If
Yeah.
it is right, you almost
You
don't
talk
notice
about
it.
Yeah, which
don't
is
talk about it.
great. Yeah.
So what's your favourite thing? Anything in-game. Can be audio, can be...
In museum.
Yeah. Can be anything.
I really do. This is going to sound like I'm being really markety, but I promise you I'm not.
Go on.
Like, I really do like how every system makes me interact with it in some way in the game. Like, everything before was a bit more like freeform, and you could do all these things, but I'm not that good at sim games, so I was like never good at the management stuff as much. I was always decorating and like enjoying that. Whereas this is like, oh, I'm actually reading the tooltips on like, what's the buzz bonus?
Right.
Like, how am I going to place this exhibit? And like, oh, I want to make this my botany prehistory museum, so I'm going to send out, and I'm actually like really enjoying interacting with the nerdy stuff, like the details.
Yeah. And this is it, right? I've always loved, obviously, always loved the 2 Point games. Always loved other games that may or may not have come before them. You know.
Yes. I've heard of them.
However, never played them properly. Never. Like, I am a chaos monger. That's what I want. I want to get in there and I want to see absolute Disasterville, wall to wall, just panic, vomit, love it,
just chaos,
brilliant. Yeah, and then, try and clean it up, or don't, just move on to the next hospital, don't worry about it. Jobs are good, move on.
That's what I feel as well.
Don't worry about the vomit, you don't have to see it when you've moved on.
But like in this game, I'm committed to like the museum, so like you don't really kind of finish a level and move on in this game. You kind of bounce between them and you unlock more stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like really enjoying that, because I feel like before I was like, once I've 3-starred a level, I didn't have to go back there unless I wanted to show someone, I'll check out my cool area. But now I'm like, I go back and I constantly change areas.
That's what I'm doing. And with everything I learn, I then go back and apply it to all of the previous.
And I'm really invested in them. Like, they're all my little, like each museum, I'm like, oh, this is my little dinosaur one. This is my aquarium one.
This is it. You do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And actually, talking about the tweaking, something that I discovered for the first time the other day, and I've seen more of it today because it's just huge. This game. The speakers with the ambience.
Yeah.
B showed me that in the stream last week. I didn't realise they could clash. I didn't realise you could change them, let alone that they can clash. But
that was terrifying.
Tell me more.
I mean, just like the idea of giving people the ability to place as many speakers as they want. That should sound really bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And that scares me. But it doesn't. We've capped it, so it can't sound that bad. But it doesn't sound great. But that's intentional. Like,
intentional,
if you're putting like 59 speakers around, you should probably know that sounds bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think the guests mind.
59 speakers all playing different music. No, they can. If the music.
Oh, it doesn't match the theme.
If it overlaps and it doesn't, if the wrong theme comes into your theme, it can start giving people a bad time.
That's good. That makes me feel good. Yeah, I'm glad that happens.
See, but then part of me just wants to go home and make the Chaos Museum.
Yeah.
Because that's the
well,
thing.
This is kind of that, you know?
Well, yeah.
The Twitch stuff is really funny.
But I don't get to take this home with me. This is B's to sell stuff.
It's really funny.
She'll have to clean this up.
Like, Blarla's usually like so calm and zen with these things. Like you're the best at these games.
She
and
is.
Watching you panic is so funny.
It's great, isn't it?
Well, not even panic.
Am I
Oh,
no,
but
I know inside. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm worried about the money. Without the money, there's not.
The money is
going down.
Yeah.
There's some not good arrows.
The money is going down. Okay, right. We're going to ask some questions.
This is so mean.
Did you tell me what your favourite was? I'm just
I said the mechanics.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll take that.
Game.
The whole game's my favourite.
I love having a job. I'm joking.
Jobs are great. My favourite's my job too. But that's what's so good about it in a weird way, that you can have a favourite that's such a tiny, tiny, tiny part of it, but the bigger thing is equally as engaging.
No,
there's so many.
I always do, like, around release, I'll start like a normal save that isn't like one that we're debugging through and like cheating. And like, I've been playing this so much the past like few weeks, and I'm loving it.
I feel sad if I'm away from it.
Yeah, it's like weird.
Even when it's someone else's
like,
game.
It's weird that
I can't.
I've been working on this for like maybe a year or two, I can't remember. But like, I still, usually you'd think after work you want to not do work stuff, but I actually really enjoy playing this to relax. Like, I've kind of got out of the headspace of like overthinking it, and I'm just like actually enjoying.
3 games in, I hope you
I
stop
know.
overthinking now.
You just can't, it's like you're just seeing the things that you think you could have done better, or things that could be different, and it's actually, I'm really enjoying it.
No,
and it's like nice to just enjoy it and not have that fear.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I did the very same thing last night. We literally had a day of 2 Point bits and pieces yesterday, meetings, prepping for today. And I turned off my Mac and went, play some 2 Point.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It really is, but it's so relaxing. It's so, it's
yeah,
wonderful.
it's cool.
Okay, let's do, oh, that's interesting. If there's one thing you could add to the game, what would it be and why?
That I could add?
Yeah, it could be literally anything. You can ask B as well. You can both answer that one if you like.
I mean, audio, thinking of an audio, I just want to do more radio. Like that would be the goal would be if we actually did have the level of actual radio. Like if we had infinite time, infinite voice actors, just keep
That's
going.
something I was going to say to Phil with the 6-minute tracks. This is going to be prime for people to be listening to your tunes while they're working.
Yeah, the tracks are double the length now, which is kind of changed the pacing of all the radio stuff, which is really cool because playing for 30, 40 hours plus, you're still hearing new radio content and it's feeling fresh and it's not really repeating much. So that's really cool. I'm really enjoying that.
What's your favourite? Can you think of a favourite radio line?
Yeah.
Or Jane line?
Jane's got a great one.
Go on.
Did she mention the fly one?
I don't think she did.
So there's a line where the tannoy lady says, "There's a fly in here." And that was real. There was a fly in the booth.
Oh yeah!
And she just said that. And
From hospital.
I can't remember.
I think it might have been. Yeah. Oh
but
my
we
gosh.
just did it,
There's a
and we were
fly
like,
in here.
"Let's use that." And then they put it in. It's really cool.
Oh my god, I love her.
But there's a Mark Silk one. It's a Ricky line where he's practicing his take after he thinks he's not live, and it's really funny. And Mark Silk's just such a good comedian. It's just really funny hearing him. He's like hyping himself up in the background, "You got this, Ricky! Get in there!"
Oh my god,
It's
I
so funny.
love that.
You can kind of put audio effects on it, but he's gone to the back of his recording studio and done it, and he's so
distance
good.
with you guys, isn't he? So you're never actually in the room with him.
He's got a great setup. He's the god of VO, the god.
That's what I need. Might get him to come around and set up my video.
Oh yeah, he's a tech wizard.
If only he'd been here at the beginning of the
I know,
stream.
yeah, if only he'd been there to help us.
We'll call him next time.
Yeah, let's
It's a
call
bit
Mark.
like how I called Craig and he didn't answer.
Yeah,
I imagine Mark would do the same
yeah,
thing.
he's doing
no.
Scooby-Doo right now.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like a gubbin?
No, I would,
Right.
but I've
No.
got a dry mouth. I don't
Absolutely
know.
not. No.
Phil
Stupid
said to me
idea.
when he left, "Don't eat the gubbin." My mouth was so dry. He's like, I had half of it and I couldn't talk afterwards.
There's the other half.
As he left
Hello.
out. Yeah, no, that's what he meant. So I'm
Pez
taking
are
Phil's
eating.
warning. That's why we're good. That's why
If
we're
only
good
the half
partners.
was still here, I'd offer it to you. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay, right. So let's go to. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, a little
It's all
fire
good.
going there,
There you
Blarla.
go.
It's all good.
It's quite a few fires.
Do you do the thing where you whenever I see a fire or a criminal, I pause time and I pick someone and drop them?
If I was.
If you were doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you weren't fighting against Twitch.
I would
yeah.
pause and deal with the
So I'm glad-
calamity that's unfolding.
So we have the same strategy, which is good because that makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't normally just let it run like this.
I'm going to go with some of the further back questions that are a lot more kind of philosophical.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do it.
So, did you always want to work in video games?
Weirdly, yeah, but I didn't know. Is that actually a
That's
genuine
interesting.
question?
Yeah, for
Okay.
real. No, I started
okay.
coughing and then I had to turn
I
away
thought
so I
you were
don't
like,
cough and
got
laugh
ya.
at the same time.
You
Whee! Absolute idiot.
No, I genuinely.
No, never. Legit, let's go.
When I was a kid, I was a huge nerd. Gamed all the time. Family were like, "What's wrong with you?
Who is this guy?
Yeah, do something with your life." And I kind of figured out I could do music when I was 13. And I just at that age, I was trying to be cool. So I was like, don't worry about Pokemon, focus on music. Obviously, that doesn't really pan out because you have to be very, attractive and talented to be a famous musician. And then I think it might have genuinely been, I'm good friends with Sam, and I was speaking to Mark about it, and they'd see me trying to do things and failing. And they were like, "Have you ever thought about doing audio for games?" And I was like,
Wait a
no,
minute.
but it is my two favorite things in the world, and why did I my brain? I was I'd get the magazine, the game magazines every week, and I'd just hide and never show my friends.
cute.
So no one, all my friends didn't know I was a massissive gamer, and then I kind of was like, wait, why am I not
would I hide
capitalizing
this?
on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's been way more fun than trying to be an actual musician.
Yes.
Because I enjoy the amount of time we get to speend on a game and tweak it and improve it over time. The amount of people that play it, and it's just nice. Much less pressure.
Yeah,
and I can't do
yeah.
lyrics. So
Yeah, lyrics are hard work.
can't do
now, aren't
words. Do sounds. Do noises.
they? Do words, but I can't do lyrics. Work that one out.
Yeah.
Work that one
yeah,
out.
I'm bad too.
It's really bad. But as I've mentioned before, my hack for playing the game for work has been to not have the sound on,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you guys have done such a good job that I can't leave.
so
Once I hear it, once I'm in, I can't leave.
For me, it's like if I'm doing like work stuff and I'm testing, like trying to just hear an exhibit and hear it in
Oh
the
yeah,
game,
yeah, you've got to.
I'll like start decorating a little bit,
It
and then I'll
happens
be
without
like,
you even
yeah, then I'm
realising.
like, oh, put that carpet. Let me just put that carpet a bit more in line, and then I'm like, I need to be just getting to this exhibit to hear it. I don't need to be tweaking this carpet.
It's happened to me a couple of times where I've lost a lunch break that I wasn't planning on
Yeah.
having at all, because you just can't.
Or like late night at the moment, my problem with the museum is I'll start like sending out like cargo to get some rewards back for the exhibits, and then I'll be like, I'll just wait for them to come back.
Me too.
And
I'll
send
I'll
another
just do
2
this
off.
in the meantime.
I'll just wait for one more.
It's all right, because I can redecorate this while that's happening, and then I forget that that's happened.
Yeah.
And then I stop and I'm like, oh, there's 5 crates.
Yeah, no, it's,
Oh, cool. Wow.
and that's actually my favourite part of like when your museum gets good enough for you to easily afford another helipad. That feels like that's when you're
It's nice.
that's when you're
balling.
starting to boost things up. Yeah.
Would anyone like to ask Tom any questions? I do have more that I can dig out, but you know, as you're all here,
Yeah.
he's here, you're here, you might as well talk to him.
Anything.
Anything. Remember, there's a delay though.
Oh.
So they may be right, you know.
Okay. That's the live one.
Still, hang on. How could mics have gone too low when we've not touched them? Yeah. Yeah, we're okay, but someone... Are you guys hearing sound problems out there? By any
No,
chance?
sounds good. Why? Are other people having
Everyone
problems?
seems fine. Maybe one person saying... Okay, we might be all right.
Look, I'm an audio guy.
Yeah, well,
I
you're
should
the
know.
right person to fix this. If Mark Silk isn't here, we call Tom. Right, okay, we're going to do one more.
Which gaming mags did Tom buy?
Which gaming mags did Tom buy? Oh, someone really asked it. Don't.
Official Nintendo magazine.
Nice.
Every month.
Can't believe you tried to turn your back on Pokemon.
I don't.
And you're still my friend.
You
tried.
I obviously didn't do a very good job
Yeah,
of
well-
it. Look at me.
I did turn my back on Radiohead once. Of that.
That's okay.
It's not. It's not. The sound was just really bad. I had to leave.
Oh,
I had to leave
the
because I
live
didn't want to
show.
see them like
I
that.
thought you just meant
Yeah.
generally like,
Only live.
I'm done with you, Radiohead.
Bye bye. Don't make me turn my back on you. Okay, right. Everyone is still saying that they have their volume set ridiculously high and they can just about hear
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
But
Well, I think the
I don't think we
overall
should mess
sound
around with it too
needs to
much.
come up, but I don't know if we can adjust that at this stage.
Not without potentially doing something naughty, yeah. Just
Best
so you
not,
know,
eh?
yeah,
Best not.
we aren't this bad usually with audio stuff.
No, every
Usually
other
aren't.
time it's been really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not been on stream every other time, so that's probably what did it.
Oh look, someone says your volume's fine. Let's just go with that.
Oh,
Thanks, those people.
let's trust Terra Incarnate. They sound like the kind of person we can trust.
Yeah,
Yes.
the stream is definitely lower than most other streams, but you bear with us.
It's
It's
the
a
way
work
it
in
goes.
progress.
It's just the way it goes. All right, Tom, I'm going to ask you one more. Did you find any good bugs?
Good bugs.
Good bugs. Comedy bugs. Enjoyable bugs.
Okay, yeah. Here's a good one. I'm scared Mark's looking at me.
No, he's not. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
This is probably a feature, but if you one of your sponsorship deals, you get like the smelly incense from someone. I think it's from Bungle.
Yeah.
And I just put that and I wall it off in a corner so no one can smell it.
Clever.
Holistics.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
holistics,
holistics thing. Yeah.
So that gives me some income. Doesn't give me like the viewership income, but I still get you're struggling for money.
That's a good idea.
But
That's
you have
not a bug.
No,
not,
but
it's
no, it's
good
not a
though.
bug. It's a feature.
Everyone does that.
It's a sneaky feature.
it doesn't
You
feel
could make more money if you got people smelling.
yeah, but I don't want to ruin their experience.
No.
So I'm all about keeping it out the site.
I did
take
exactly
their
the same
cash,
thing.
you know.
I put it in a corner that is less
Yeah.
frequently visited.
Well, yeah, well outside I guess you can get away with that.
So smart. See that?
Yeah. What do you think, Blarla? Pretty good sim gamer.
You think you're the best, do you? Look at this guy.
Blarla's like fighting fires in the corner. What do you say?
Barely even breathed. Just been dealing with it.
I even see you twitch.
Yeah, just gets it done. How's it going though, B? What's happening in here?
Running out of money.
No, someone send us some money. Can we do that?
Wait,
Can we add a
do
Twitch
the,
thing?
Do the holistics thing.
What's happened over here? There's nobody buying.
There's nobody selling. Oh, there we go. Shadow's back. Shadow needs a wee.
Yeah,
Shadow needs a wee, and there's nothing we can do about it.
it's quite serious.
It's quite enjoyable watching Sonic characters need a wee.
It is
though,
weird, isn't it?
Weirdly enjoyable.
Seeing Tails go and
I don't know
restock the vending machine. Look, it's just silly.
Okay, right. Oh gosh, it's 7:30.
Who's
Good Lord.
next?
Loads of people.
Yeah, well,
who's
we
next?
better wrap
I'm
it up
next.
then.
You're next.
I'm next.
I thought you were just hanging around.
No,
Come on in.
no one ever wants to talk to me.
Stop it.
That's the meat one there.
That's not true, old fellas. Everyone say bye to Tom. He has to
Get
go
Bye,
now.
Tom.
He's being, he's being dragged, kind of. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
Hang around though. We'll be done
Yeah.
soon, maybe. I don't know. It's 7:30. My God, we better be done soon. Blimey. Babblers. Wait, babbler. It's just me. It's just me. Oh, sorry about it. Thank you for joining us though, everyone. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking to us and stuff. He's been kidnapped. He's gone now. Oh, you sweet peas. I'm all right. I've still got me water. Still got me vodka.
Yes, okay. I have plenty of water, thank you. But I'll take a Fanta.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm Mark.
Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Mark. I am a studio director with Gary and one of the co-founders, as you know.
No big deal. Yes, I knew it. All right, fine. I knew it all along. Hi, Mark. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for also...
Thanks for finally inviting me on.
You've done such a good job of ferrying other people to us. We figured that's what you were here for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, hi, Mark. Everyone's saying hi, Mark.
Hello.
Also, thanks for being in the chat and answering extra questions. It's been very useful. Would you like a cheesy
No, I
guff?
don't,
Damn.
thank you. I'll have one as I go.
Damn!
They look
We were
awful.
having some, yeah, they probably will be, but in a good way. All right, Mark, we're going to start with the one that we've started everyone else on.
Oh,
Favourite thing?
Favourite
Anything.
thing? Oh,
it
God,
can
there's
be
so
anything.
much.
Yeah, there's
Well,
so much.
I mean, you've had the audio earlier, Matt, you've had Phil and Tom on. I love the music. I think the music is really, really good. We kind of went for something different for museum, different kind of feel to the game, and I think they delivered really, really
they
well
did.
on that.
You probably heard me say earlier, it feels completely familiar and utterly different all at once. Music,
Well,
game,
that's-
all of it.
Well, I like that, and I like the fact that, I mean, when we started the studio, as you know, as you were kind of around in those early days, we wanted to make a game and just get the studio going, but we kind of wanted a place, and Gary, you called it something like Springfield from The Simpsons, and our own place where people, our games would exist, and there'd be sort of some commonality, and people would feel familiar, and it's been great. I mean, so this one has kind of been a perfect storm of everything. I think we came as a small team, made a PC game with Hospital, just getting going with Campus. Then we had lockdown, pandemic, and that was tough.
Yeah,
to make
I can
the
imagine.
game.
But you guys had your lockdown baby at the same time I had mine, kind of.
Our
Campus and
lockdown
my
baby,
child happened
yeah.
around the same time, which is quite exciting for me.
Yeah,
No
yours
one
is
else.
more of a wonder, though, I think,
Well,
than
I don't know. He has
games.
his moments. He still eats his bogies. So what can you do?
So does Campus.
That's-
So,
There
yeah.
you are. You see, same kind of age.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of the culmination of us really getting into our stride. Everyone kind of leveling up, really. I think so many people have been with us a long time, and Ben started off as lead designer. He's now design director, working alongside Luke, who's the lead designer now.
And what a great
design
addition,
team.
yeah.
Absolutely. And then the art team have grown, and just all the lighting, the tech, just everything. And I think just keeping our game moving along with the production team, Joe sort of leading that. I think it's just, I mean, no game's easy to make. I mean, and there's always, things that are difficult. But this has been a real dream, and I'm kind of so relieved. I think.
Well, that's
relieved
it. But
as it was, yeah.
Is it a bit sad too? Like it's out there. It's out there. I mean, I know you guys will. You'll do some patches, and I'm sure some other things will come. But
well, not sad. Not. Well, we're not feeling sad yet.
no, this is the happy part. But still, though, you know what I mean? Like it's gone. It's gone. It's out there.
Well, it's gone. I think 2.0 Hospital was for us a new way of making games from having worked on sort of Xbox, PlayStation, Fable, and those kind of games. You kind of make a game, and that's kind of it. It's
that's
and
true.
then Hospital for us was like make a game, you do a patch and then you improve things and you make it better, and it's just great. I mean, I love that way of making games and having a community that kind of feeds back to you.
Yeah.
That are generally nice, people like Blarla
She's
and
all right,
yourself,
isn't she?
who sort of really,
I mean,
really
don't know if I've
understand the
done anything
games better than us
yes,
in some ways, and so that's fantastic. And you know, there are lots of ideas of things that we could do. We're kind of going to wait and see what feedback is, the sort of things that people are going, oh, this is annoying, or I wish I could do this, and take it from there. But.
And you guys have already done that though, because over the weekend we watched, all of us I should think were watching a lot of streams, seeing a lot of the events, vomit, triggering too soon, too much vomit frankly, and here we are by, Tuesday.
Well, we've
No
already done a
patches
hot patch,
It's amazing.
hot fix for any of the little problems we saw, a few tweaks, and we'll just keep doing that as well.
Amazing.
It is
But then
amazing.
that is the sign of a group of people that really love what they do and understand what they do and understand the people at the other end who are going to pick it up and play it.
Well, I mean, we're players as well, so we put thousands of hours into just playing the game and tweaking it and just getting it right, and all those annoying things that somebody that's playing it might find. We'll find it as well. We'll go, oh, this is really annoying. Let's do this. Let's change that. And so we haven't necessarily picked up everything, but
it's those little things that people don't think about, right? That's why it's so nice to have like Sam coming in and talking about. Well, a lot of the time I'm just putting items down and seeing how it feels, seeing how it sounds. Like that's my job sometimes, and you don't realise all of those. Things that have to happen.
I mean, as designers, and in some ways, everyone in the studio is a designer. I mean, the most important thing for everyone to do is to play the game. Quality assurance. I mean, this is what we're striving for, to try to make a really, really nice, polished game. And you only get that. You don't get it from reports from somebody else. You get that from just feeling it and experiencing it, and
and really, I mean, the other thing I didn't realise is how short the dev process was. Like this really is a dream. Like you guys are all in step. You know what you're doing, right? You understand each other, and this is the end result. It's amazing.
It's right. As I kind of said, I kind of feel like everyone's hit their stride, and Luke's only probably been with us since the very beginning of this project. It was Ben Heimers that kind of said, let's do a museum game. Husky, you call him Benny, we call him Husky, has got like a massive document of lots of ideas of do this, do that, and it's interesting seeing people say, oh, you should do this next, or that next, and it's not going to be a theme park game, but there's people suggesting names that we go, oh, well, that's on our list.
A lot of things come in that I imagine are probably on your list. Whether that means anything or not is another.
Well, it means they're good ideas, and we talk about them a lot. But I think museum was an interesting game loop. It's about the guest. The guest experience, which we haven't really had in campus and museum. We kind of felt it was more like a theme park sort of loop. We sort of guests come in, keep them entertained, and what I think adding the stuff like the exploration is great, and we knew that was going to take a really long time to get right, and we when we were planning out, we said, look, it's going to take 10 goes to get this right. So we sort of made sure we had a lot of passes. I think it took about 14 or 15 passes to kind of just get the exploration system feeling fun, and Husky and Luke worked really hard on sort of getting that, and then with Swanee actually implementing it, and it's just.
And we were kind of talking about before, but how you feel so connected to your expedition, even though you're not going with them, but you feel like, seeing where they are, what they're doing, being called in every now and then because something goes wrong and they need a decision. You feel like you're involved in
Well,
it?
the tough one is the MIA. I mean, you must have had some MIAs, Blarla.
I don't think I have yet.
Would you avoid them?
I have in my career had
Yes,
them,
okay,
yes,
yeah.
but I do try to avoid them, but it's not always.
And it's it can be quite devastating to lose someone.
It's
missing
someone that
in
you've
that.
trained up
Yeah.
as well, and they're perfect for just getting the job done.
If they're quite low level, then, and I'm really quite desperate, then I might not try to counter
Some of the
it.
stuff we thought would be cool to add is to find the ghosts of those people and then display them in the Ghost
cool.
Museum. It'd be a bit sick, really.
Well, yeah. And what? I've been putting fish in for research. And what? These things happen. That's something else, though, and I probably should have mentioned it to Pezza as well, but that you can tell from a distance what you're looking at. What's in that museum, you can tell from a distance. You can be as zoomed out as you can possibly be, and you'll still be able to work it out.
I mean, Gary Carr and Mark Smart, from the early days, we kind of knew we were going to have a lot of things, and that simple art style kind of works really well. And Andre's come on board as our lead artist now, working with Smarty, and sort of carried that on. But it's right, you might be up close, but you might be far out, and you kind of got to be able to see all the stuff that's going on all over the place. And you go too complicated. And Gary talks better about this stuff than I do, but getting that sort of that look right, so you can have 1,000 things on screen and still kind of see what you're looking at.
Yeah, and you can quite happily observe with 1,000 things happening and feel like you're a part of it, but equally you can be so in the reeds and it's still the same level of enjoyable. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. Anyone got any questions for Mark? I do have some. I can ask Mark, but as mentioned, you guys are here. I'm here. Mark's here. Blarla's here. Got any questions for Blarla? Any questions? Right, I'm going to go with one of these ones from earlier. What's your favourite item or location? So museum, I suppose, expedition.
Yeah, it's hard. They're so different. I kind of, and probably a lot of people say that the Marine Life Museum is very cool.
It's so relaxing.
I mean, when we started talking about doing aquariums and aquariums, simulator, I just love the idea of it. Aquarium sims are really good fun. In fact, back in the old Bullfrog days, they did theme park, and then there was in Japan they did theme aquarium, and it never made it over here.
Holy moly!
But that was quite an interesting one. So I like that one. But then again, the Haunted Museum is just adds. I mean, I like the fact that we're adding different gameplay as we kind of you're having a real trouble with your toilets there.
Classic
as usual.
Oh dear. Yeah, I know what you mean. And it almost gives you a feeling of it's like each museum is like playing a different game in a way, because you're having to deal with all of these different things and get to turn to new stuff.
Well, we hope people like it, and it's it's our third game. Kind of pretty proud of that, and
I'm positive they like it. But this is a good point to say, if you do have the game and you haven't left us a review yet, please do that, because we like reading them more than anything. But equally,
well, it helps us. All
they're
along,
useful.
Yeah.
They help you guys with anything that you need to do post. They help me with making assets for your socials. Like it all around very useful. Thank you very much. Well, you're just getting lots of people saying you're wonderful. I've loved it so far. Can't wait to see what's next.
Good.
Thank you for
next
your
game?
work.
Yeah,
well,
already.
Come on.
What's going on?
Finish this one,
Kind of have. Thank you for your work on Theme Hospital and Fable. Fable was the only game I ever cried to.
Cried?
Yeah.
I cried on Fable 3, yeah.
There you go, see?
Games that make people cry. Cool.
You were there. You were around. Right, what else we got? The universe isn't going to live together. Wait, forever. I'm very tired. It's been 3 hours nearly.
Well, I mean,
right, we'll
still
go
have some other people to talk to. So,
really?
Well, there's some people still hanging around.
Oh my goodness.
people have seen Chisel a lot, but
But they love
Chisel's
him.
still here.
They love their Chizzy
You
Goblin.
know, I don't know.
And
if
Chris,
this
we're
would
getting a
get
lot of
caught
people
in his
saying.
beard, but,
Yeah, you would.
and of course, you should probably finish up with Husky because he's still here.
Is he? Is he
And you've
waiting
only got
around?
like 14 minutes left. So
Blimey,
if
less.
anyone's watching from in the studio, can
Yeah, send
can
him
you
in.
come
Can you
along?
We are
And,
10 minutes to shutting down near enough. Blimey, how did we do that?
Did it? I'm amazed.
She's
You
not
gotta
even
give me
said
a shout
anything.
I've not said much, no. No. I do have a slight headache.
Do you? Oh, you haven't.
Oh, B, give her
Well,
a break.
You drink
No, you've done enough
that
now.
crap instead of water. You should drink water. Are you allergic to water or something? Have
I
heard?
actually drink a lot more water than I do.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
she
better
uses
for
it
you.
like caffeine, like tea and coffee.
But it is
It's her tea and
a
coffee.
sugar rush, so that, to sort of get
Yeah,
me
but
through
there's
this.
probably other stuff in there.
Yeah, but I
That's why they call
I
it
don't
Dr.
actually drink that much.
Peppers
Yeah.
rather than Nurse
Doctored
Peppers.
prunes.
Well, I'm coming out now.
Okay.
I'm saying goodbye.
Say bye to Mark,
Goodbye.
everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah! Oh, yes! I knew it! You know what's going to happen next is Chris is going to tell me that we can't leave a mess, we'll have to pick it up. Right out of Mark's mouth. I think Chris is joining us now, isn't he? Yeah, we're all good. There we go, I can hear me shouting out there.
Hear it
at
on the
Mark eating
TV.
gobs.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? Okay. We are starting to lose our minds, and I'm very aware that there are really, really orange gubbins on this really, really white floor, and I don't want Chris to come in and step on them. Oh, my knees. Did anyone hear my knees then?
I heard them.
Yeah. Yeah, I may still be playing video games, but I'm in my 40s. Okay, who's next? Is he coming in? Oh, he's coming in.
It's great.
I just cleared
Hello,
the gubs
hello.
from under your feet for you, sir.
The gubs.
Yes, I
You
picked
got
up
rid of
the
the gub
gubs.
crumbs.
Well, they were
I saw Mark come out with orange all around his mouth. What
well,
have you
that's
been doing?
what was
to
all
him?
over the floor. Rubbing gubs in his face. B
Get the gubs in
insisted
you.
that we should have two bags of gubs, and yet here we are, not even half a packet through.
No, don't worry, I will eat them.
Yeah, all in one, of course you did. Brilliant. Right, okay. Hi, Chris. Who are you? You don't need to do that. Everyone knows who you are. Are you all right?
Yeah, no,
Good.
you just asked me a question while I was still
Yeah, I know.
eating
That's the whole
gubs.
point of the gubs. They're comedy gubs, me.
Comedy gubs.
Take some cues. Whatever you need, you can have them. Take the gubs. You use the gubs, not these. I mean, maybe don't use those literal ones next time because they'll be stale. But
Yeah.
yeah, you got to bring guests on and make them feel uncomfortable.
And make them eat gubs.
Yeah, and then ask them questions.
Cleanse
So
the
they go,
rules.
and it's too late. Yeah. Let's do the thing.
You know it's a good joke when you have to explain it.
Yeah, they're all of mine are that good.
That's the mark.
Oh,
of a
just
good-
you wait.
If no one gets it, you're clearly very intelligent.
I am really good at jokes. So tell me your favourite joke. No. My brain's going. What's your favourite thing in all of museum? And it can be any
Wow.
thing.
What is my favourite thing?
Question.
My favourite thing is at the end of the day when I close down the computer and I don't have.
I mean, it is nearly
That's
8
a
o'clock. To be
total
fair,
lie.
I'm not surprised. You're still.
I'll be honest. Like a lot of testing can get quite dry over time because you're just looking at the same things over and over again. But the beauty of museum is that we've been constantly getting new content. We've been constantly upgrading visuals. Things will change, and you'll just see something has gotten better. And it's been a really rewarding process to just play through that and keep going back to it because it hasn't gotten old because it's constantly evolving. And I think that shows in the game. I like to think that we've produced something very well polished.
Yes.
And that's part of that process of going over things and making sure they're right and not just like getting something done and accepting it, but asking ourselves, is this good enough? And that's been a major part of the process.
You smashed it, mate. You
But-
smashed it. And I love that people have been calling out the QA as well.
Yeah, thanks,
FYI,
guys.
I've had people on stream. I've had people send in messages saying, "This is beautifully tested.
Yeah.
Quite
Well,
wonderfully polished."
well,
But
thank
yeah,
you.
seriously,
We do our best.
smashing it. Absolutely smashing it.
But no, there's some really good content in the game. I'm a massive fan of the dinosaur skeletons. I know that's super vanilla, actually.
it's not.
'cause-
I love
but
them. I mean, we're in that museum.
yeah, and it's childhood memories, isn't it?
Everyone
Going to the
loves
National
them.
History
Yeah,
Museum.
exactly.
And
Everyone loves the
big
dino.
dinosaur fan. Some of the botany stuff is incredible. There's a plant that makes milk that you've got in the corner there.
I don't think I've seen.
The milk plant. Oh, well, that's what I
that I've
know
seen.
it
Oh,
as.
yeah.
I don't know
Right,
if
I've
it's
seen people
actually called
drinking
milk
from it.
plant in
It's
the
the
game.
flagon fruit.
there you go.
See, it looks
Flag
like milk,
approved.
doesn't it?
I quite like the vampire plant that turns people into vampires. That's pretty awesome.
I haven't got that in my game. I've only seen it in your B-roll. Bees B-roll. But yeah, I was watching that today going, oh, no, that's really cool. Like, I love that goths exist in general in-game. And then that's, brilliant. Brilliant.
A lot of the goths have a personal goal to be turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
Which is
We'll go
top.
we'll go check it out. We'll go and check it out.
I do have questions, but my brain also feels like wet cake.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, so like that cake that you gave to Pezza earlier.
Oh yeah, when I spilt the champagne.
You guys have met Pezza now. You know who I'm talking
Lovely
about.
Pezza.
We had a nice cake to celebrate. Had a nice picture of the artwork on it, and then Lauren was handing out cake to everyone. And just poured champagne over Pezza's.
It wasn't even that. I just gave it to him while he was holding to, and he didn't just let the cake fall.
I'm still bemused as to why he was dual wielding champagne. I mean,
it's a fine question.
You know, it's a perfectly fine thing to do, but not at work.
2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a bit early for that, smashing it.
Yeah, well, it's the kind of guy he is, all or nothing.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
He commits. Oh, here we go, guys.
It's too cute though, even though it's evil, probably.
It's gonna give him a hug.
Yeah. Look at his little non-face.
He's like, I'm a vampire.
No.
But he wasn't. He wasn't dark enough in size to be turned.
We need a proper goth. We need a proper goth. We'll have to find. We can't find one.
Well, there's one that has been turned.
Oh, there he is, checking out his new hands.
Oh my god, I love.
One of my favourite things is that it's the styling shows some of Mark Smart's influences. Because it's not like modern day vampires, it's very Nosferatu.
Yeah, you're right, it's smarty.
But I love that so much of vampire sort of culture these days relies on more of that kind of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, or like Twilight kind of tropes.
Sparkly.
But it originated from here, and it's nice to see that kind of callback to the origins.
Yeah, you know what? If someone had said, guess who designed / drew that, I would have gone with Smarty.
It's
Definitely.
also the partial mohawk haircut. That's a very Smarty thing.
Yeah, really, and they're slightly different. Oh my gosh.
I'm also a massive fan of the onesies, just in general. They're super cute. And Tom Baker there. Not really Tom Baker.
Non-Tom Baker.
Not Baker.
Not Baker. There we go.
Yes, Jennifer Mouth. Didn't you
How
know
is
Jennifer?
Jennifer, you look like a Tom. Almost positive. It's just all of it. The details.
There's another good one. The Swim Reapers.
Yeah, I love them.
Those are awesome.
There's been so many call-outs for the writing. Harry has absolutely nailed it with this.
Absolutely
nailed it.
I think Harry's honed his craft. We know that you guys love the puns, so we've just gone pun happy.
That's it, but good puns. They're not like, they're dad jokes. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I love a dad
100%.
joke. But there's a level of,
Oh, there's a frogborn doing his funky walk.
I really like them. I've not got any cursed experts yet, but I want them.
Yeah, this guy's been cursed and his head has been turned into that of a frog or a toad. He's got frog swarm.
Oh, so you can go back to the netherworld and remove them.
Yeah, send them to curses. Yeah.
So we've got a medical location and an anti-curse location. So that when your experts inevitably fall foul of some sort of event, you can actually do something about it as opposed to just watching them suffer.
And do we know if there's any questions from chat? Are there any negative effects to one of your experts being frogs?
Sorry?
Are there negative effects to your experts being frog sworn?
I'm not entirely sure. Are they a bit more distracted?
Which suggests that there is a negative.
There is a negative. Don't they have moments where they're too busy sort of dealing with their illness?
They're too busy frogging about.
Than actually getting on with their work. Yeah. I'm sure we can.
Agreed, Diddle. They do look cute. They really do.
Yeah.
Even if they were licking their own eyes, I'd be fine.
This guy.
So cute.
So I think they just sort of. They still get on with their work and that. They just do it a lot slower.
Oh my god.
Yeah, their locomotion is somewhat arrested by the need to flap those giant feet.
I'm very fond of them.
Having a great time.
Very, very fond of them.
I mean, maybe I'll get them sorted out.
He's got a minder behind him just walking on, making sure he doesn't do anything weird.
Okay. keep an eye on him. Yeah, pretend I'm not here.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Doogie.
So, what I want to know, you are 100% the right person to ask.
Good.
Are there either any bugs that made it into game because they were so wonderful, or hilarious bugs that you found that are just worth chatting about?
Oh, that's a good one. So, bugs that made it into the game because, well, the bugs that turned into features.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there were some things that I identified, or my team identified as bugs, that Luke was like, no, this is on purpose.
No, they're fine.
And we're like, that is mental. Why have you done that? And he's like, for fun. Quite a lot of the design decisions. Hilarious bugs. So, as you might be aware, none of our previous games had children in them. The children are an all-new feature for 2 Point Museum. When we were first putting the children in the game, we hadn't quite developed the rigging system for the children, so they were using the same rigs as the adults. So in animation terms, rigs is like the skeleton of the character. It's like all the articulation points. It's how you apply the animations to the 3D model. But when a small figure is using a much larger rigging, it means that whenever they do an animation that's rigged for adults, they stretch into eldritch horrors. And I have so many horrendous screenshots of these like Slender Man looking children.
Brilliant.
Because we hadn't yet rigged up the animations properly.
I love
So
that.
that's
I
one
say
of my
make 'em
favourite
bigger.
things.
Make the adults bigger and do it again. We go again. That'll be wonderful. My dudes, we're like 2 minutes away from having to shut down. B's probably shutting down already.
Mentally shut down, yeah.
So I don't know, maybe we should...
Oh, Mark's come to stop us
Yeah,
now. He's like,
game
time's
over.
up, get out.
Get out, that's enough.
Chisel's coming.
Yay, Chisel's coming.
We've got Husky to round it off with.
Well, let's just bring them all in and we'll all talk at each other, shall we?
yes.
Come on.
Oh, yes.
Unless
Chisel
Chisel
and
minds
Ben.
that.
If they can hear them,
Chibem.
I don't know if they'll be
Well,
able
I'll
to hear
hold my
them.
little microphone up to
Wait,
them.
I don't know if anyone else has gone for this, but like, these are screaming walrus tusk, right?
Do it.
I don't know if I can get them.
No, they're too big.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad I
I
put
hope
my
you
mic
enjoyed
closer
that.
to you for that.
No clipping.
Hello.
Hi.
Come on in. We're going to have a general chat.
Aw,
Well, yeah.
beautiful people, wonderful game. Well done and congrats on the release.
Thanks, everybody.
Put that mic on Husky and then I could just bring the condenser down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we might just all, let's all just shout into this mic.
It might work. Oh,
He's
Want to
coming.
join in? Is he? All right.
It'll be 5 minutes just having a wee.
He'll be longer than 5 minutes, Mark, and you know
He's
it.
busy.
He'll be 25 years. He's just having a wee. How much orange have I got?
Another chair.
Then he can sit on your lap properly. Properly? Probably.
You absolutely can, properly.
Probably. Yes, beautiful people, wonderful game. That is a lovely,
Let me-
lovely comment. Thank you for reading that out, B. I'm starting to lose my mind.
We're making room.
Our
It's
launch
coming.
cake.
Oh, there's a little
What's
bit of
left
launch
of it?
cake.
What's left for our launch cake?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's even
Just
on
eat
camera.
it.
It had
Eat it. What are you doing?
the album cover, as I like to refer to it as.
Yeah.
The album cover.
Yeah.
Well,
That's our album cover. We're going gold, don't you know?
Oh, so am I
You
having
can
this?
talk.
What?
You can talk. Yeah, I've been talking for like 3
He can
hours. You are
talk.
the
He
talking
can
man.
walk.
Oh,
He's the talky walkie man.
He's the talky walkie
just
man.
in case I do need to share it with
You
Husky.
might have to share
I
it with
don't
Ben.
really know what's going on.
I'm just going to sit back.
I think you
here.
should always share with Husky.
Yeah. So, new game's here. What would we all think?
Bumblebee Burglar!
It's all right, no.
It's all right, this one. Yeah. I'm gutted. We've gone off of the Twitch front page,
Oh,
and I really wanted to get a screenshot and show my mum. But
look, Mum!
exactly, it's a classic. Hey, Mum, I did it.
We're on the front
There you go.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, we went off. It was about an hour ago, I think, when the viewers started to dip down.
I'm sure I did get a screening. If anyone else got a screening, why would they?
But if you
No,
stuck
we're still on
around,
there, mate.
even though we're not on the front page, we love you!
We heart you. Heart.
We're still
Which,
there.
which version are we? Because those are millennial hearts, aren't
We're
they?
still there.
But
What's
you can
that?
do that. Is that
Who
even a
said
thing?
that?
We're still there.
This a thing?
No,
We're still
because
there.
I just looked and we weren't.
I mean, if I haven't refreshed this in a while, but it would be weird if you were on it if I
Yeah.
hadn't refreshed it. So
Okay.
it must have done it.
All right. Well,
Gina
you know.
Prime says the game is amusing.
Happy release day, 6 Blitz. Thank
It's in a
you.
museum. You see what we see?
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I nearly said hello to Moobot just then.
Yeah, hi Moobot.
How you
Thanks
doing,
for
Moo?
doing our automated messages.
What's up, Moo?
Yes. Love a bit of
Just
Moo.
locking us back in.
Oh well, you know, it's probably a fair point.
Oh, he's coming. Okay, he's coming.
Oh, Benny boy.
Oh, he's coming.
I see a familiar name in the chat. I'm going to call out Mr. Ben Lubar. I see you in the chat.
No.
We've been
very
chatting
nice.
on the Steam forums.
Yes.
Apologies for the bugs that you've encountered. However, as you've experienced, we're here to help. So we've done our best to get this game out as pristine and polished as possible, but it's a big game. There's lots going on. There's lots of weird little characters in there, and sometimes they do get messed up. So if you have a problem with that, come see us at Games Together or at the Steam forums, and we're all over that, trying to help people out, giving pointers. If you get stuck, there's lots of helpful people in the community as well who will give you pointers.
Yeah, get over to the Discord.
So if you think something's wrong, come talk to our community. And if it's actually wrong, one of the devs will jump in and help.
Yeah, won't be us. We'll just sort of say hello and then send it on its way. But you know,
we'll pass it on to the people with
we'll
the knowledge.
certainly read it.
Yeah. And we'll say hello.
Exactly.
It'll be fun.
So, Lauren, you were talking to people earlier about like how they got into the industry. Did anyone actually ask you how you got into the industry?
No, but I don't have a microphone now. Bit awkward.
Just showed up one day, didn't you?
They just let me in.
Oh, nice and easy. Fair enough.
No, I was an admin. I was an admin. I was rubbish at it. Then I realised I could do something else. Here I am.
Coming. Can you squeeze
Design director.
Come
Go
on,
nice, go
Benny.
nice.
Comes
Switch
on,
on
man.
in, my Benoit. Come on.
What have you got in your champagne cup, Ben Hoskins?
I've got fizzy
No, he'll be Lauran and Blarla at the moment. I imagine.
Fantastic.
Check the camera.
Good
You can look at
choice.
the camera.
I can't see any of Laura.
That's okay.
Is this the actual camera that's
Yes.
working?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
There you go.
Right. It is 3 minutes past 8.
Oh, is that close down time?
Right.
We did a good old stream, did
Yeah.
we not?
Well, have you run out of energy now?
I wouldn't say I've
Lauren
run out
Carter
of
running
energy.
out of energy.
Have some
Absolutely
of that,
not.
is it?
Never going to
Have
happen.
some,
Is it booze?
Fizzy pop?
No, it is.
No, that was earlier.
Good.
It is. Yep. Ambiguous fizzy pop
I needed that.
is what it is.
Oh, the
Anyone
physics.
else?
Mine's going to be
I'm
very
fine,
good
thank
for
you.
my imagine.
You were worried about your cooldowns. How did it feel? You've just done 3 hours of solid Twitch integration.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Good.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah, it is really
It's pretty
cool.
cool.
Have you guys in chat been causing chaos?
Yes.
Yes.
Lots
Do you not
and lots
see? Everything
of
was
chaos.
on fire, like every second.
Uh,
There'd be something
yeah.
on fire.
I mean, we're in a
Felt
different
I was
museum at the moment, but
disappointed
yeah, no,
because
it's
I triggered a
still a lot of chaos.
negative event, and I was hoping you'd notice. But
Oh.
I think there was so much chaos going on that you can.
Yeah,
notice.
I
Just
may
throw it
not
on
have
the
done.
Yeah.
No. There were some names that I recognised down there.
It was a toilet one as well.
Oh,
No,
classic.
wait, I love a bit of
No.
toilet chaos.
Massive event.
Classic Benny. There's an
Where
exhibit
will we
over
start?
there that someone in studio the other day was like, oh no, this exhibit's broken. And we were like, actually, no, it's not. That's what it does.
Which one?
Oh, is this the
You're not gonna tell me.
haunted
The
portrait?
haunted portrait.
Yeah.
Portrait?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's something definitely a bit different.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
as
keep
you-
an eye on it.
Keep an eye as you zoom on out.
Oh
Oh,
no!
I love it.
Pretty.
Oh my god, I love it.
And then it's on fire!
It's on fire.
So yeah, they were like, my painting keeps setting fire. That's what it does.
It's on purpose.
That's what it does. It's amazing that a little quirk like that
Right?
can sneak in after
But that,
2 years
but
of
that can
development and
become
still.
your
I
entire
love that
world
it's
for a
dump
bit.
scare as
Yeah,
well.
the dump scares. Yeah,
Dump
it's
scare.
good.
Dump scares.
I think that's the cool thing about all the haunted items is they all have a
It's a
unique
really cool
twist,
theme.
each one. Like
Yeah.
the mannequin is incredible.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the mannequin or don't.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Indeed. And put it near your love cupboard.
I like this guy, the bust,
nice.
the shy.
Put it near your what?
Your love cupboard.
Right.
Did you? Come on now.
No.
You didn't watch the stream with Luke and I and the fish breeding and the
Oh,
mannequin?
yes, I did.
Yes, love cupboard.
I did
Yeah.
watch that. I'm
It was
sorry. I
top
thought
of
I'd
it.
missed
I thought-
something in game.
I thought
There's a
no,
love cupboard.
I thought the love cupboard was a campus item.
There's the love trumpet.
Love
Oh,
trumpet.
the love trumpet. Yeah.
That's just what Ben calls his.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Gotta play that music.
It's definitely getting late.
Yeah, we are past
There goes the
watershed.
watershed. Yeah.
Time to no longer be on the same page. Yeah. But you know what we haven't asked Jizzy Goblin.
Oh.
What's your favourite of all of the favourite things? All of the things.
All
in
of
the
the
thing.
favourite things.
All of
Do
the
you want
thing
to try
in
that
the
again?
game.
Everything in the game.
You heard the words.
Yeah.
Make a sentence
I'm
out
just
of
trying to
what
narrow
I
that
say.
down. What my favourite? What
What is your
exhibit? My
favourite
favourite.
anything?
Anything.
Can be a sound.
Goodness me. Wow.
Can be a bit of writing.
Feature, items, characters.
Oh my
Location.
goodness.
I've thought of a new
Maybe a
one.
menu.
Now that you're
Can
asking
say
someone else and the
menu.
pressure is
But if
on,
you
Mega
are,
graph.
all of the ideas are coming
Right,
into
we'll
my
take
brain.
graph.
We'll
Yeah.
get these two to shut up. We'll do yours.
Sorry. Go on.
Go on then.
So
Go on.
my new favourite thing that I just remembered that exists is the Lagunian creature.
Ooh.
I've just remembered one of mine too.
What's that?
The Clown of the Sea.
The clown of the
It's
sea.
a classic.
It's so good.
It's a classic.
So good. Well, I was saying to B as well, the other one that I struggle with, you're going to hear this now.
Oh yeah.
When it says, when you hover on a exhibit,
Yeah.
right?
Do you need more physical?
Yeah, thank you. And you want to pick it up, and it gives you the option. It says, pick up. That's what my son says to me when he wants to be picked up. Pick up!
Pick up.
Pick up!
Yeah.
Because he's too little, and I hear that in
Aw.
his voice every time I say it.
That's
Pick
cute.
up!
Amazing.
Anyways, go on, Chisholm.
Uh,
I hope no one else can hear me.
Yeah. My favourite fish, I think, is it's probably actually the wet wiper because
Oh yeah.
A, I just genuinely think it's hilarious, and B, when I first read Harry's name, I genuinely lolled.
It's good.
It's a good fish.
Just
Just a
a mock in the
mock
ocean.
in the ocean.
Is that the one that reduces? Okay, it actually keeps the.
I think so. It should do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like a
Absolutely
nibbler.
should do.
What they really
So
call
Yeah.
it.
You don't
Catfish.
need.
And you don't need to feed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need as many filters. Or
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Just a mock
Look
in
at
the
it.
ocean.
Look
Just
at
a
that.
mop in the ocean.
If that latched onto you.
Harold, why aren't you here? You've done such a great job, and I want you to be on stream to talk about it.
There's a lot of
Damn
words
it,
in that
Harold.
game.
Blasted.
Boy, done good.
So many words, and they're all
Boy,
great.
done
Right, we
good.
are getting so warm in here, we're going to die. Plus, it's 8:10, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't survive on.
Shall I just
government
shut it off?
money.
Are you late for bed?
See ya.
Pretty sure it's bedtime.
Oi! You're not a
Goodness
mic,
me.
no,
Don't have a
no.
microphone.
Don't have a mic.
Do not have a microphone. Said
no,
flip.
no effing and jeffing.
I've never
please.
actually done that.
What they all heard was gubbins.
Absolute
There you
gubbins.
go.
There
Do
were
you remember when
absolutely
Mark did
zero
say it?
F's and Jeffs.
Yeah.
It was a flip. It was what? It was half an
Zero
F.
F's and Jeffs given.
Half an F. Okay.
Nearly.
right.
You nearly made it all
I
straight.
think we need to go. Yeah, well, I did. Technically, it's gone 8. My brain's telling me.
Yeah,
Right,
we're done.
okay.
Checking
Stream is
out.
over. Run away.
Thank you so much to all of you that joined us for this mega marathon, calamitous, delightfully awful
Started
stream.
as it meant
It's
to go
been
on.
Lovely, and thank you all the devs for joining us.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
for having us. Thank you for coming.
watching.
You
Thank you for
darlings.
watching. Thank you for
interacting.
exactly.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, Adora
Yeah.
Brooke. with
Thank
the
you for
positive
destroying
event.
my
One
museums.
final positive event.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come and look at all of Blarla's
Always end on a good one.
exhibitions. No,
Steady.
No.
Steady.
not now.
Easy now. Bring it back. You got it. You got it.
I'm back. Okay, good. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm end. Thanks for watching.
All right, love
Just
your
gonna press
faces.
it.
See ya.
Bye.